Everybody, I think.
Hi,
No.
Greetings.
we're BabbleGab. We
Greetings.
got the whole crew this time. How about that
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've cussed like the
How about
first
that shit?
5 seconds. I'm sorry.
And
Uh,
I'm protected.
Yay.
Yay.
Showing off my new Starfleet uniform today, if you can see it. Nobody can see it.
I
For
like it.
anybody. Oh, thank you. See, it's made for fat people like me. But
oh, is that why you don't wear the skin tight ones that they wore in the 60s? Star
oh,
Trek?
yeah. Those aren't very complimentary for fat people.
Because those are my favorite, but I understand.
Yeah,
I
everybody back then was skinny if you look at it.
convinced a coworker to buy a fat person office chair.
Oh,
Smartest
that's what I've
things I
got.
ever did. Even and I because my thinking was when I put it together, I'm like, this is actually heavy duty. I said,
Yeah.
even if you're not fat, probably be a good office chair.
Mm.
So
Well, guys,
Yeah,
I'm
it
glad to
probably
be
lasts
back.
a long time. You know what?
I said I'm glad to be back after 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
It's been more than two. It's been like a month and a half since
Did
I
you
was
run off?
here.
Did you run off with Dell or something? No, never mind. Go ahead.
Timmy has no actual concept of time.
Gottschalk hasn't been here, and the one time he was here, he didn't show up in chat. He just stayed in the.
Oh, that's
YouTube
true. You guys had Molly in here, and
See,
or
Tony,
not Molly,
shut up.
not Molly,
I'm right.
not Molly, Allie.
What, did you not come up here
One of those
because Allie
Lees.
was in here?
I enjoyed watching the show.
It's not the point. You're part of the show.
I know.
yeah, this isn't supposed to be
You
entertaining.
got to work. You got to work with us. You got to be.
Hey.
You got to punish yourself like the rest of us do.
Yeah.
Right? How many times did I, was off watching it instead of?
Yeah.
It is a
man.
good
About a year and a
point.
half.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask. I haven't received a paycheck yet.
Keep waiting. We've been waiting 20 years for a paycheck.
What? Talk to my boss.
Hmm?
Yeah.
We still have to get paid from the wrong channel days. We still
Yeah.
have to pay for it.
So that new Transforma's doing pretty good. It's
I-
got around 3,500 hits and 100 likes. You know what? It was gonna have 100% likes at 100 likes with no dislikes, and I was gonna take a screenshot of it because it was at 99, and some fucker disliked it right before it got to 100.
Yeah, I was bored. I just wanted to click something.
Oh, I wish you would. Yeah.
I hyped it for you, so.
Well, thank
Yeah,
you. I
so did I.
appreciate that. Thank you. I hyped it too.
But you got
Can you
it.
hype your own stuff? You go blind.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can
That's
hype
a-
this.
Why?
I
I don't know if you can hype live streams or not.
I don't think so.
I don't know, but I ended up. I'm working on a new one.
Nice.
Kind of popular request is a Ferrari F50 into a
Ah.
girl or into Judy. So I've never done a reverse transformation before, but everybody's wanting a reverse transformation, so I'm gonna give them one.
Be a good one you could do is a Porsche 911 into a Porsche 911 Turbo.
Mm.
So basically, you just make the rear fenders and tires a little bit wider.
Yeah, I could do that, but I've got a problem with a parking brake on my 3D with the
Ah.
parking brake, right?
It happens.
We are undiscovered. Even YouTube, every time we type in BabbleGab, do you mean BabbleGab? Fuck, did I say BabbleGab or did I say Babble fucking Gab?
Welcome to Babble
Jesus,
fucking
yeah.
Gab.
And then there is another show. Then there is another one out there called BabbleGab too. I ran across it.
Is it really BabbleGab too?
Well,
BabbleGab
Go
too.
downvote the shit out of it.
yeah.
Oh, I downvoted that Star Trip. I found that trailer.
Yeah.
Why'd you downvote it?
I downvoted it. We talked about this last week, and I
don't
ended up
remember.
at Darren's request. I ended up unlisting the Star Trek trailer, and I kind of reorganized the Paul Janon channel page, so it should be at the top now.
Yeah, I mentioned that I've tried looking at it a couple times, and it seems like all I ever find is the trailer.
Still,
Right.
damn.
No, not since you've done anything.
Oh, yeah. I never liked the trailer anyway. So
Mm.
I probably should have got rid of it 10 years ago.
There you go. Now somebody's got an almost clone of my my Miata for sale for 10.5.
It's a lot of money.
Nice. Your
You
former
kidding?
Miata?
You price used cars?
Yeah, Darren just bought an Audi for like 12,000 convertible.
Yeah.
It was like a 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Fidesco. How are you doing? Good to see you here.
Yeah, it would be probably $6,000 or $8,000 cheaper than the same year Miata.
Dang. Well, Miatas are rare because people keep junking them, taking them to the junkyard.
People keep putting automatics in them.
Yeah.
Darren's trying to start a fight, me and Tony. Fidesco, so our buddy Lewis is going to driving school now.
Wait.
So maybe he'll get a job driving a forklift or driving me insane. We're all good, Fidesco. How are you?
Yeah.
I heard it's rained there despite you being out of your rainy season. It rained here all day Sunday, and it was really cold. It was 23 degrees here Friday morning. And then
That's Fahrenheit, by the way.
this morning it was in the low 30s this morning. So I still had to cover up all the desert plants.
It's annoying.
They get
It's
frostbite.
Fahrenheit as opposed to Canadian. That's what the C is for.
Yeah.
Fidesco, do you do Celsius or Fahrenheit there?
Celsius.
Because
The
I
whole
thought that
world does Celsius.
Liberia was kind of modeled after America.
No. Let's see, 23. Now what do I do? Oh, I
As I've been told, the rest of the world does metrics, and then you have the one that went to the moon.
Pretty good.
But we didn't go to the moon, so.
Oh, that reminds me.
Buzz
Did you
Aldrin's
guys,
birthday. I'm going to send him over there to beat the shit out of him. He just turned like 96.
I'm about an hour and a half away from NASA, so.
yeah. We had a beautiful sunset. The chemtrails were glowing red. They were all over the place.
Oh yeah, got to be
yeah.
poisoned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 23 degrees Fahrenheit. It's about 9.5 degrees Celsius.
The next Celsius day.
I could never make Celsius make any sense. So I just figured like below 0 Celsius is really cold. Up to 10 degrees is cold. And then up to 20 is cool. Then up to 30 is, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just kind of how I visualize it, but it's probably wrong.
I try not to even.
You just
wrap my brain
multiply
around it.
Fahrenheit by 1.8 and subtract 32.
Oh, that's the easy way to do it. Oh,
Yeah.
somebody on movie chat said, some stupid troll said, will Trump take the moon by force? and dude, I responded, I said, why would he need to take something that already belongs to us?
That's good. I looked up the Danish Navy. I don't think we'll have a problem with them.
Yeah, they've already finished.
We already got a base there. And we already have all kind of trade deals with them. You know, it's like, what are you
We
going to
have a base on the moon.
That's
No,
what I was telling
Greenland.
somebody. That's
Yeah,
what I was
we
telling somebody this weekend about Greenland. You know, it's not like we couldn't go and just say, "Hey, can we put another base or two on Greenland?" And they'd be like, "Okay."
Just
I
where
think
you put it,
that-
because remember, there's two big old islands or continents, what do you want to call them? One's called Greenland, and that's all ice, and one's called Iceland, which is pretty green.
Yes.
I think they did the naming thing just to throw people off.
So Finland has no fins then.
Yeah, and
That's,
I
that-
heard
yeah,
that
that's
actually.
that's why Jimmy Buffett never went there.
Oh, okay.
I went to a store called Dick's and I was disappointed.
Yeah, there was an actor back in the golden era of the 30s and 40s called Richard Dix, and I don't think anybody ever called him Dick Dix.
Oh yeah.
That's a cool animal at the zoo, a Dick.
Oh.
Yep.
I've actually got the last 2 weeks of the timeline. They weren't great shows as far as comedy, but there were still some things I put on the timeline, a precious moment worthy, and most of them were from Darren actually.
Ah,
Mm. Oh, Darren's usually quiet, but then when he does come to life, it's a doozy.
Yeah, he fires it up.
You gotta watch those quiet ones, man. I'm waiting for Darren to show up at the convention and do a Riker lookalike contest.
yeah, there you go.
He's gonna be at MegaCon, Darren.
Is he fat?
Nope.
Probably is
I don't
now.
know. Now he's starting to get
He's
chubby.
older
a
than
little
Hill.
bit.
Shit, that show was 40 years ago.
Was it really that long ago?
Well, 39. I mean, didn't it debut in 87?
It
Yeah,
is
that's
like
right.
$1 million an episode, and that buys a lot of donuts.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't realize it was that long.
I bet Darren could
Yeah,
dress up
I
in a
know.
Starfleet. I bet Darren could dress up in a Starfleet uniform and walk around, and people would walk up asking him for pictures and
Oh, yeah.
autographs.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
Just get a
Right.
What I
bit.
was thinking of
Yeah.
doing. Oh, go ahead, Steve.
Oh, yeah. Oh, go ahead. No, I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of doing because I can't see myself as like a Starfleet officer or any
Yeah.
shit, but I could be Roger C. Carmel, Mud, Harry Mudd. I would have
Harry
to
Mudd,
see what
yeah.
kind of outfits he wore and then grow my mustache out.
Vicky says hi, guys.
I
Hi.
got
Yeah, but I can see Tony as Harry Mudd. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that
Gotta get you
sounds
that
gross.
mustache. Yeah.
probably glue one on because even my mustache hair is light. When it's not gray, it's light, very light brown, so you
You
can't
get
really see.
that spirit glue Hollywood uses.
Yeah.
Put on.
I looked
yeah,
it
I've
up.
used that before.
Mhm.
Yes.
I looked up why Charlie Brown was bald because it seems
Oh.
odd for like a 6-year-old.
Mhm.
Turns out the idea was he just had really light blonde hair and it was short, so they didn't
Yeah.
bother
Oh,
drawing
I
it.
only
can't
ever
draw
saw
nothing.
3 hairs on him.
No, he actually only had that curly cue.
Schroeder had blonde hair too, and he wasn't bald. So Kendra said, "Hi guys, hi Kendra."
Hi, Kendra.
And Fedesco said Celsius. He says, "Laugh out loud. I'm worried about the DV because it is my only chance to enter USA besides scholarship. Hope POTUS brings it back." What is DV?
Something visitor. Or Visa.
Mhm.
Visa.
Television.
Worried about the DV.
Worried about the V stands for Visa, but it's a class of Visa.
Well, perhaps they'll be more lenient, but I think they're going to have to get rid of a lot of the people who are here illegally first and kind of clean things up before they figure out what's going on.
I think that'd be the perfect opportunity to get rid of some ugly people too.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, they're all on Star Trek
Yeah.
Academy now. Yeah, and speaking of fat people, good grief. And Steve,
That's-
I don't get gonna pick on Steve. He watches that. He's
Mhm.
he's the one. Did you know they decided they would do this publicity stunt by playing it the first episode live on YouTube, and it had like I'm not lying. It had a maximum of 1,300 viewers
Oh, yeah.
for this
Hey, what
thing
did they do?
that cost them millions of dollars to make.
They put Starfleet Academy on YouTube?
Yeah, the debut episode they put it live. I mean they didn't film it live, but they debuted it on YouTube and
I didn't know they did
as a
that.
live event, and it only had
Yeah.
1,300
Oh,
viewers.
really? Well, because like me, I didn't know about it. I have Paramount Plus, so I knew I'd see it that way.
I've already watched the first 2 episodes. So.
So, what do you think, Darren?
You too?
I haven't watched it.
Oh, I thought you said you did. Or is that God's Struck?
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't.
right.
Darren's not a glutton for punishment like you two guys are.
Are you going to watch it, Darren?
I don't have. Probably not. I don't watch the new stuff.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
What about you,
something.
God?
Is it good?
Oh yeah, I'd say it
You
takes.
told me before it wasn't that you were having a tough time getting through the
Well,
two
you
episodes.
see, it was the first half hour kind of dragged its ass, but then it picks up. It should be the other way around. That you need to get captured and attention right away, and they didn't do that.
Well, I don't know. The Next Generation sucked for the whole first season.
Well, you got a point there. So.
Yeah, it actually sucked through like the first 3 seasons, to be honest with you.
No, I
Oh,
think
he said that.
the conventional wisdom is that it got better every season and peaked in the fourth season and then drifted down a little bit after that.
Well,
Well,
Riker grew a
I-
beard, and then it all got better.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I didn't like it when Crusher left, Beverly Crusher, and they got that
Oh.
other one for the season.
Oh, Diane Muldaur.
Yeah.
Moldauer.
Dr.
Muldaur.
Pulaski. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just, she was good on the original series when she played those two characters, but she wasn't a regular.
Fidesz just said diversity visa lottery. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Well, we've never had to use it, have we?
Well, yeah,
I
we're
don't
not
know.
diverse.
I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know about.
Diversity visa lottery.
Mhm.
Huh. That's nice.
Anyway, Darren and I went to, he attended his first cruiser event, but we didn't do the cruise this time for the first time ever.
Oh,
What
I was
cruiser?
telling how much fun it was to do the cruise because you got this line of classic cars going around. And this is the first time they changed it this time to a poker run.
ah.
It was like a scavenger hunt, but you pick up poker cards
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
around the island. So we were like going all over the island, and it was, and we were timed. So it was kind of like a cannonball run kind of thing.
I've
And then
been
you had to get
thinking, I've been thinking about it since then. And it's like that was kind of cool.
It was kind of cool. But we didn't win we didn't win a pizza because I never win anything. But you know, what can you do?
And you drove slow and picked the wrong cards.
Hey,
Was this a casino cruise?
So there's like 5
No,
stops.
they hand you a
have to
card
make.
at random at every checkpoint,
Yeah.
and whoever
Yeah.
has the best hand at the end wins. So it's totally random. You could drive the
Some
whole
people
thing
say
in reverse.
Some people say I've got a good hand. I don't know.
and that one guy, the last guy that was supposed to hand us a card, wasn't there. He was AWOL, or
Well,
he
that
was in
makes
a place
sense.
he wasn't supposed to be. And if I'd have known that, we could have shaved like 5 minutes off our time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we just kind of sat there waiting to see if he'd show up.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. The win you want to think a coupon for a pizza, but we just bought our own pizzas because it
Oh, I didn't
ends
know
up-
about it. I didn't know about a coupon. We bought our own pizza as soon as we got there.
yeah. It's
But
good.
anyway, we did have a good time, and it was a nice day, sandwiched between 2 nasty days.
Right? Oh yeah, the rain.
I had frost on my car when I woke up yesterday.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, me too.
Intolerable.
Mm.
What was yesterday, Monday?
Yeah.
All day.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Time thing, yeah.
Wait.
Are you?
Yeah. There was. It was. It looked like it was like almost like snow. There was frost everywhere. So that's when I covered all my plants up, or they would have died.
Ooh.
What's on your face, Steve?
What? Who's that?
It looks like one of those. What was it called? The Gordo cheese. Remember
Yeah,
the
there you go.
cheese and the wax things. What do you call those? They have the net around them.
Cheese, the wax cheese.
No, this is
No, they're good. Haven't you ever had that?
just some toy that the kids left in the room.
Isn't that like a laughing cow cheese disc or something?
No,
No, it's
Steve,
just-
what you got to
it's-
do, you got to nail a leather eye patch onto your head and go as like whoever, the Christopher Plummer guy.
Oh, in a Starfleet uniform. Yeah.
Well, no, he wasn't Starfleet. He
I
was
know,
the
but-
other guys.
Oh well. See,
And
I'm
just quote
already a good
Shakespeare in the
captain.
original Klingon.
I'm already sitting in being a bald captain, you
Yeah. Well, they got those. That's no problem.
know.
So
They got bald
I've come
captains.
up-
They got fat ones. Yes.
I'm a bald fat captain.
I've come up with ideas for TV shows if Dell ever calls.
Uh-oh.
Um, so one of them is a Hanna-Barbera cartoon called Wacky Relations,
Mm.
Ah.
and you can have like it's basically people having sex, but it's cartoons. And
Sex.
you've got like this Irish couple that never get undressed, and they're always arguing, and they never get it on because they're always arguing, and just stuff like that, you know. Um, you can have like some kind of homely Ron Jeremy one, you know.
Ooh,
I don't do, well, they're cartoons. It's for kids, kind of. Well, maybe not for kids. Um, anyway, that was one idea. I have another one. I really like this one. It's a sitcom called Here Comes Fucker. And it's
Oh.
about a guy whose last name isn't Fucker, but he's an asshole.
Oh, okay.
that's kind of
Life-
funny, Timmy, because I was thinking the same thing. I think there ought to be a reboot of Alf, but instead of being alien life form, it's asshole life form.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Where Alf comes back, but he's just a complete obnoxious asshole the whole time, you know, and
He kind of was to begin with, wasn't he?
even more so.
Okay, and I got another one. It's kind of like you know, the white bread Hulk, you know, from the 70s. We can have something like that, but it's a guy when he gets angry, he transforms into Hitler. But the
Oh,
thing
okay.
is since there's really not Nazis anymore, he just becomes angry and starts yelling a lot.
In
As
German,
opposed to the
In
real one.
German, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Anyway, that's what I got. I also had an idea for a Partridge Family episode
Ah.
Boy.
where Laura Partridge makes a list of virtues that makes people worth their own salt and realize that she has none. I think
She's
that's all I
got
got this
talent.
time. What?
She's got some talent. She can tune in a radio station in her braces.
Yeah.
Well,
there
she
you go.
got that from Lucy.
Oh, is that one?
Lucy.
Okay.
They could sure recycle plots from things. Of course, Lucy, I think she said it happened to her in real life. It was like an interview.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's why she became a communist. Maybe they transmitted something on her teeth. I don't know how that works.
Yeah. Well, no, it's
I mean,
just
I had
if
braces
you're
for
close
2
enough
years.
to a radio station and you've got some kind of piece of metal and it just happens to be just the right length and pick up the frequencies.
Well, she was actually said that she was getting transmissions from like enemy spies in her teeth.
Ah,
I think that's pretty neat.
yeah.
But it sounds like something that would happen to Lucy. So I don't know if it was like some publicity stunt of her saying that or it really happened.
Lucy died on Carol Burnett's birthday,
Yeah.
or something similar to that. The other
Oh,
way
yeah, I didn't
around,
know
something
that.
like that.
Yeah, they were working on her heart, but I think it just basically fell apart while they were working on it.
Ew.
Yeah, you can still get on shortwave radio and hear numbers frequencies.
Oh hell yeah! I remember having a
really?
shortwave years ago. A lot of it was just
Yeah.
all weird shit. So Gottschalk, you changed your name on Facebook, and now when you're in the chat, our little show chat that we have, it pops up with the name of someone who I didn't think was still alive anymore.
Dead name.
Yeah, I know. It's very sad.
But it's you see the name pop up, and go, what the oh. And of course now Timmy thinks I actually think that Putt is messaging us from the grave.
Goodness.
Weirder things have happened.
No, they haven't.
Like what?
I just use my middle name now.
Like
instead of
Tony,
my-
I mean, like Steve watching the Star Trek Academy and liking it.
We're not liking it.
I mean, it wasn't
We'll-
awful.
It wasn't
Gottschalk
awful.
watching Star Trek Academy and liking it.
Wheel of Time was exceedingly disappointing.
What is that?
It's based on a series of fantasy books. But they did it on
Everybody
Amazon.
has a
and it was
watch and a
terrible.
wheel. Everybody rides around on unicycles wearing watches, so that's the wheel of time.
Yeah, you've seen it.
Yeah. So yeah, the cheapest Miata the current generation with the good engine I can see is like 20 grand. So
Yeah.
out here, that's 19.
I would have been willing to go to 16 because it'd be nice to have the extra horsepower, but I would have been okay without it.
But why don't you go on The Price is Right, Tony, and maybe win one? They'll have California emissions and everything.
Because some guy figured out
Every car
what the
does.
prices were, and then now they just give you fake prices every time.
Yeah.
So nobody can actually win unless they want you to.
So I finally got a hold of the festival people. I called.
Oh.
Well, that was a
Goodbye,
terrible
Timmy.
time to freeze.
Goodbye, Timmy.
Did we lose Timmy?
I think
And
he's
you guys
gonna-
think-
Go
And you
ahead.
guys think it's just me when my thing freezes up and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I think
It's just
Tim's
you.
just getting ready to sneeze. It looks like.
Yeah.
It's
Wow, maybe he's running Q-Star. That's probably what happened.
Shit.
No, well, to be continued.
Yeah. Anyhow, well, that's
Wow.
that.
That's the show, guys.
Now we can talk Star Trek.
Yeah,
yeah, we can start talking.
What else is to be said? I mean, he's razzing me because I watched Starfleet Academy. Yeah, it's a lot woke, but I like watching Star Trek.
I kind of like the Jim Hadar character. That was kind of.
Oh yeah, kind of was
Jim?
that kind of mix between Jim Hadar, kind of Klingon hybrid. That one is, I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Talking about that later. I think she was on the 911. The TV show 911.
Yep.
Same lady.
Well, there's like 3 of them.
Oh, that's a Miata behind you, Tony. I don't know
Yep.
if you knew that.
Yeah. That's 19. That's 20 grand. And it has
Nice.
only 54,000 miles on it.
You gonna buy
I'm
that?
not crazy about the color. Well, it's 20 grand. Unless you got some extra dough lying around.
I like the brown ones.
They don't make brown ones.
Yeah, it's brownish.
Actually, I don't mind silver and gray. It's just that in LA, every damn car is silver, gray, black, or white.
Or dark red.
No, not even that. Even that's
Oh,
rare.
really? I'm okay with black so that all my cars would match. I'd be all right. White, silver, it's just like I feel the same way. It's like every car is white or silver.
Yeah.
So
It's because
The
that's
dark-
the only colors. It's the only colors they make Teslas in. So
yeah. Parker, Colorado is like Tesla Central. You would probably see just as many Teslas as Toyotas almost.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like that out here. I mean, the regular Teslas, not the truck. The Cybertruck, I've only seen maybe 2.
Oh, yeah, I've seen a bunch of them. I like them.
they're all over Florida. They look like rolling dumpsters.
Rolling bulletproof dumpsters.
Yep.
I wouldn't want
But they
to
do
touch
catch
that.
on fire internally. So
Yeah.
I'm always worried about that with battery stuff. Is that something like when it's charging or because like a e-bike battery or
well,
Well,
lithium
no,
is just.
didn't you see that footage a few years ago? There was a video. Somebody had an e-bike battery. You pull it out and you took it with them, to charge it. Brings it into an elevator, and the elevator's got a security camera. The damn thing just goes off like a freaking incendiary grenade. Killed the guy. It burned out the entire inside of the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't charging it or discharging it. It wasn't doing a damn thing. It just
I've seen all those
decided that
videos.
moment.
Seen the video of all those guys with their vape pens in their pockets when they blow up and catch on fire. And
You know what's funny is cell phones
That's not
also
good.
have lithium-ion batteries. I've never heard of somebody's cell phone blowing up.
well, they do it.
Hamas. Or I guess those were pagers.
Yeah, those were pagers, and that was
And then the next day it was walkie-talkies. Because they got rid of their pagers and switched to walkie-talkies, and then they exploded.
I'm glad
I still
somebody
think it
thinks
was
that's
just
funny.
a coincidence.
Well, Timmy, if you hear us, just hotspot your cell phone, man, and get back on here.
There he is.
There he is, but he's in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hell was
Frozen.
that?
You're kind of garbly, but you're there.
Yeah, you're a gargoyle.
Huh?
Is that better?
Yes.
There you go.
Did your internet get clogged with lizards?
Yes, sir. So I called that number and then called his number within the number, and they said, "We're sorry, we can't do this," and hung up on me. And then they gave me a text said, somebody tried to use your number to call Spain. I'm like, well, I wonder why. So I was able to get a hold of him.
Speed.
So I had to pay like over $230 to get a DCP made of my movie,
Oh.
which means formatted for theater projection.
Oh, okay.
And I had to have Spanish subtitles put in, like burned into it. I did that free, so that wasn't a problem.
Hola, churro tostada. I could have done it for you.
Yeah, I guess so. But I didn't even think until the very end that all the problems in the world can be solved with music and love, groove. That doesn't have Spanish subtitles, so they'll just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But it's good that there were actually people there this time.
Yeah.
Actually, I was kind of getting to where I was kind of hoping it didn't work out, where we could just, take trains and wander around the countryside. I think that would have been fun.
Do that too.
I'd like to sneak off and do it at least one day.
I think you got to be there for running of the bulls, man. And,
Is that where they do that?
Yeah. Pamplona.
Yeah.
Pamplona, Spain.
The next day is more after the day after that's more fun. It's the shooting of the bulls.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the picking up of the human carcasses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
the horn up the keister day,
That's the style Miata that I like.
Yeah, that's the cheapest one because they upgraded the engine in 2019, and so that's the 2019. That's the cheapest 2019 I could find. It's about 20,000.
I'm probably gonna make
it is nice.
I'm probably gonna make one in 3D because I get I get a few requests for one of those.
Yeah.
Whoever you transform into, it's going to have to be topless
Uh-oh.
because it's a convertible.
Yeah, they do have hard tops, and they have Targas. They got like 3 different roof
Yeah,
styles.
but they're retractable hard tops.
Yeah, I'm not much interested in those because the top it doesn't completely go away. You still have the back part.
Well, they end up topless anyway before they transform. I don't transform them with clothes on.
Yeah.
So for YouTube, I have to stick like bikinis on them.
Yeah.
Or they'll demonetize me. But if I did start a Patreon, so if I do the Patreon, I can like have the uncensored ones.
Yeah.
But I'll just have to see how work goes. We finally, without the acquisition went through like last week.
Yay.
You got acquired again?
Amphenol, that was like, it takes a while for it to happen, and it finally happened. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's what we're waiting for at work too.
And no such luck out here.
At least there's part of me that now that kind of wants to give it a go at like doing the Transferama full time with the Patreon and stuff. But I mean, I'd rather have my job. Much rather have my job, but I'm not like shitting my pants thinking about losing it now because I like kind of have a backup. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Not that I shit my pants thinking about it, but
It's just a coincidence.
yeah.
Well, if you happen to cough while you're thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of coughing, I have to go to the dentist tomorrow. And I hate going there because I get sick of them lecturing me on my blood pressure. And I almost feel like saying, I never, before you all, I never had to get my blood pressure. Next, you're going to have me, stand up and cough. But they might not be as funny as me. So
Well,
you'd have to do it afterwards, not before they have the drill and stuff.
Just tell them you got white coat syndrome. That's why your blood pressure's so high.
I have what?
White coat syndrome.
White coat?
Yeah, because doctors wear white coats and stuff like that. It's called white coat syndrome. It's people that just have an adverse reaction to being in doctors and dentists' offices, and their blood pressure shoots up like 40 points.
Yep. I'll tell them that.
Tell them the doctor joke.
Yeah,
Say, you know what you call a doctor that graduated at the bottom of his class? Doctor.
What do you call a doctor at the bottom of his class? A proctologist.
I often wondered what doctor they like to be called gastroenterologists now. But you know what I used to think, I know by experience, but you know what I used to wonder what kind of doctor wants to be a butt doctor. Or do they do they pass out cards when they graduate and they don't get to pick what they
roll? I would imagine it pays well.
Yes.
pretty much.
You get to, if you become a doctor in a specialized field that nobody really wants to do, then you're kind of in demand because nobody else wants to do it.
Right. Yeah, it's either be a butt doctor or go work for the IRS.
So it's like a podiatrist or the foot doctor, are they the ones that get the most people?
They do it because their feet hurt, Tim.
That's actually not really a joke. A lot of people get into that because they have the thing themselves. It's like most psychiatrists are absolutely batshit crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
They go to this school to kind of for themselves, and then they can maybe help other people, although that's debatable.
No, he had a foot fetish.
I've wondered.
Well, the problem is if you got a foot fetish, if you're a foot doctor, that's going to cure that right quick.
People would have to know, because if you're just a foot doctor and you're staring at somebody's foot, thinking, "Oh yeah," they don't know you're thinking that. They think, "Oh, he's a foot doctor and he's looking at my feet." I guess all is well.
It's when he's rubbing it for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Become an OBGYN and a proctologist is just, your tagline will be, I look at the other holes.
Yeah. Because I mentioned an OBGYN after a while, it just is not interested in extracurricular.
Yeah, kind of like if you work at a bread factory, you don't really like the smell of bread anymore.
Well, and you don't really get to have a lineup and pick your clients or customers, right?
Well, you usually imagine working at a tuna factory, like a tuna hatchery, and coming home. Never mind.
Because the clientele is not going to be supermodels, and they're already coming in with something wrong down there.
That's true.
That's disgusting, Tony. Ugh. What are you doing, Steve?
I mean, you go to the doctor, say, "Hey, can you look at my heart? It's great." No, you go to the doctor because something's fucked up.
Or some woman's been badgering you for so long, you go just to get it over with.
Yeah,
that's true. That's why I haven't been to a doctor since '89.
Been there, done that.
I got a book for Christmas that is got trivias, like the useless trivia things,
Sweet.
like the stuff Gottschalk has. Do you want me to send it to you, Gottschalk?
Actually, we're probably going to be up your way in not the too far distant future again. Go looking for shark's teeth again.
I hear they're doing more dredging. Mayport
Sweet.
area.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Hmm.
Well, that's why there's always a constant supply of shark's teeth between, Kings Bay and Mayport,
You don't get any on the West Coast?
You do, but they're down by Tampa Bay where the shipyards are at. They're not. So, yeah, a lot of shells on the Gulf Coast, but not really shark's teeth.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, what?
What are you doing?
I'm making contact.
First contact?
Second contact.
Blind if you do it too much.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, I thought Tim was having a stroke, but he seems better now.
Yeah.
His
Who's
left
that?
eye was pretty droopy
Yeah.
earlier.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of a PSA about recognizing that. No, it wasn't. What was it?
That'll get us kicked off here.
No, it was about kind of like crying wolf and lying. And I was going to have some cartoon wolves.
Oh.
And the kid, there's like a family of wolves, and the kid starts going, "Bleh," like this. And the dad is like, "No, son, you're not going to get me with this stroke stuff. That's the third time you've done it this week to get out of doing your chores." And then the kid starts like laying there, and it turns out like he really did have a stroke. And then they say, "Don't cry wolf," learn the stroke victim, 3 signs or something. Is that pretty good? Be like a 70s PSA kind of thing.
Yeah, there you go.
I think, yeah, the first step, you got to like call. Well, no, you don't call 911's the second step. First step is you slap them just to make sure they're not trying to trick you.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing and with Jen, what she had to go through is the denial step and having to get their, because that's like probably the biggest thing is like, I'm not having a stroke, that whole thing. Leave me alone.
Oh, I was thought you were talking about the medical folks or the 911. I pictured them. No, I don't think you're really having a stroke.
No, it's usually a wife or somebody that would call because I don't think the person who's having the stroke realizes it. It's usually the person that sees their behavior change, which is usually a spouse. So
It
if
was
I
like
ever
me
have
when I
one,
was. Yeah.
Captain will have to call 911, and I don't think that's going to happen. So,
Yeah, he's just gonna chow down. But the old place where I used to work, I walked by this guy's desk. I look down. There's a book, and it's open. I look at the book. I just start, and I thought, shit, did I just have a stroke? No, the book was in Cyrillic writing. The guy was Greek.
Tony thought he was having a stroke when Steve had that Joker guy on our show.
Oh, that was fun. We don't have a recording of that. I gotta find that somewhere.
That was funny.
Or Allie's rant afterward.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that was priceless.
That was the first day I realized that we were kind of funny because I didn't think so until you're not funny until you got somebody on the show who isn't, and you've got to keep the show going.
See, that's why you guys like me on here because I'm not.
Yeah.
Funny, so.
We like having you on here, Gottschalk.
They added some guests to the MegaCon, didn't they?
Huh?
I said they added some guests to MegaCon.
Did they? I didn't see that in the last few days.
William Shatner.
Yeah, I know. I saw that was William Shatner was the last one I saw.
It was a cue, Steve, for you to
What?
Oh, is Q going to be there?
No.
No,
He was trying to
But-
give you a line for you to respond to.
But he's only going to be there Thursday and Friday, so I won't be catching him.
What, Shatner's
Oh.
only going to be Thursday and Friday?
Yes, it says appearing Thursday and Friday.
I thought well, they must have changed it because he was going to be there Saturday. I guess he's got to get back on his horse, his high horse.
Well, you would have been able to afford him anyway, Steve. He probably would have been $500. None of us could afford him.
Probably. Well, Walter Koenig is going to be there. Maybe he's cheap.
Let's find out. Let's
He's
see.
probably more reasonable.
Last time I was there, Gates McFadden was there, played Dr. Crusher, and I wanted to see her, but I was at the Ethan Peck, who plays the Spock in Strange New Worlds. I did get to see him, and Beverly Crusher was right next to him, and I wish I'd had the money and time to go see Gates. I kind of like her. I just kind of like her. She seems okay.
Yeah, Walter Koenig is $80 for an autograph, $100 for an autograph premium, and another $80 for a photo op.
What, you got to pay like $180 just to get a picture with him? Or
Yep,
can you
and
just
an
get a
autograph.
picture? I just want a picture with him, you know.
You want a picture
$80.
with the with the Enterprise,
Yeah, the
No,
nuclear
not
vessel.
the spaceship, the aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
Of course, that was
There was a guy-
in the movie. The search for Spock's luggage. I think that was the USS Ranger.
At the
And
car
that-
event we went to, one of the guys, sorry to change the subject. One of the guys had a Fiata.
Yeah.
It was neat.
Oh,
this
yeah.
was like
yeah,
11
that guy.
grand. It's a 2017. It's got
Really?
aftermarket wheels on it, which they're okay. I guess they're okay.
Well,
Yeah,
Gates
but they
McFadden's pretty cheap.
Gates is cheap.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Does she put out? I mean, what kind of pictures does she put out? I mean, you know what I mean?
No.
$60 for an autograph and $80 for the autograph premium.
How much just for a hand? Never mind. Shut
Photo
was
op's
like-
$80.
up.
Only one that was having kids all over that starship.
That was Deanna.
Hey, Steve, how much for a Lou Ferrigno ass contact?
How much to slap your ass?
All hands on deck. Now I would like to kiss and make up with Lou. You know,
Sure
Yes,
you
because-
will, too.
Maybe a little
because Lou remembers you.
that's right. Yeah. Hey Lou, you remember me? You're the bastard that ignored me. I was trying to talk to you. Maybe because I didn't talk to him in sign language.
The problem is he probably does that to a lot of people, and he's like, you're gonna have to be more specific than that.
Hey
Or
Lou,
he'll
you,
probably
remem-
just
you
ignore
know
you.
this sign language, Lou? What's that?
Or he'll just ignore you and talk to somebody else.
So here's my impression of Lou Ferrigno. Here we go.
That's good.
Yeah,
Very
that's pretty
good.
good, Steve.
Yeah, pretty good.
So I was trying to go to sleep the other night. So this picture,
Ah.
that picture of me and Molly and Deb, right, at the sign junkyard in Vegas.
Mhm.
So I had the dumbest thought when I was about to go to sleep. I was thinking, a second, because I remembered I was really pissed because they wouldn't let people take pictures with cameras, only their phones, and I didn't have a phone that took pictures worthwhile. I neither did Molly and neither did Deb. I was really pissed, and I got to thinking, and Deb, I got to thinking, who took that picture of the three of us? Because it couldn't have been, who was it? It couldn't have been a park employee because I was pissed. Who took a picture of us? And I'm like, wait a second, I wasn't really a dune buggy. Okay, never mind.
Way to kill the conversation.
See how you are. My rumor has it. I heard that Dell was supposed to call in today. I think a little later on.
Mhm.
That's
So
a
the Blue
conversation.
Angels
You already
right
gave my
there.
ideas up.
Yeah,
Well,
that's when the Blue
you should have
Angels
waited
are
for him to
flying
call.
F4s.
Mm-hmm.
Dell hasn't called in like 4 or 5 months, maybe a year.
They're
Yeah,
like, yeah, more years.
I think he kicked the bucket.
Oh, you could have I had an idea for a show. These two guys drive a trash truck,
Mhm.
and when they go around collecting people's garbage every week, and then they just find stuff in the garbage and make fun of the people.
Oh, like in a reality show kind of
Yeah.
thing.
No, it's a
Actually-
cartoon.
Oh,
Didn't they
It's
have
kinda
a
like
movie
Fat
about
Albert.
that in the 80s?
Yeah, but they didn't make fun of Men at Work.
Wasn't it like, yeah, Men at Work, yeah.
That was good.
I didn't want to see it. You know what? I got so sick of the 80s grungy, cloudy, dark New York movies like Ghostbusters. I got so sick of those dreary movies, and
I
so
know
I
they're
didn't want to
crazy.
watch Men at Work. And Darren finally showed it to me just a few years ago, and it wasn't. It was bright. It was kind of like summery California
with-
stuff. It wasn't
wasn't
like
that
the
with-
New York stuff.
Charlie Sheen,
Yeah, Charlie
Yeah.
Sheen and
Amelia Estevez,
Amelia Estevez, yeah.
the two
weren't
brothers.
they like father and son? Those guys in real life.
Brothers. They're
No,
brothers.
the brothers.
Same difference.
Martin Sheen
Only
is
if you're
there.
from Arkansas.
Martin Sheen's their dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
And it's pronounced
AKA
Estevez.
Ramon Estevez.
Estevez. Just like Gloria Estefan, everybody said Estefan and it's Stefan. Stefan.
Hey,
Oh, is
Steve.
it Martin Sheen's original
Mhm.
last name?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
Ramon
cool.
Estevez. So, Pensacon, Will Wheaton's going to be there.
Oh, good.
Yay!
I need to avoid that one then. Little
that?
little prick. He's the shut up, Wesley. He's Wesley Crusher. That's
And he
the
has
one.
a talk show now where he just interviews other idiots.
Oh, the Ready Room. Yeah.
You know who else I don't like is
They
he's
all
got
do.
that-
Everybody.
Everybody.
That's true, but that he's especially that guy from Star Trek that's got his name it's similar to mine.
Ah,
Data.
I was like, I think his name's Tim Roth or something. Is it Tim?
Oh, Tim Russ.
Tim Russ.
Tim Russ. Oh, he played Tuvok.
Yeah, when Charlie Kirk floofied, what does he put on his Twitter? He says the only Kirk that matters and has a picture of William Shatner.
Tim Russ did that?
Yeah,
That dick.
yeah, I know.
What an asshole.
it should have been him who got run over by his own Jeep.
Yeah.
Should have.
Yeah, that was sad. That guy was in Odd Thomas, which was a good movie.
Ah. Yeah, it turned out that particular for a few years those Jeeps had this weird automatic shifter, and the shifter didn't actually move; he just bumped it forward and back. And so unless you really paid attention to it, you didn't know if it was in park or not, and his wasn't.
Yeah,
It's
that's
awful.
I just realized I fit right in with Star Trek these days. I'm fat. Anyway.
Why don't you audition for that Academy? They're going to have another season.
Yeah, I can play a
Kind of
fat
the wrong
admiral.
color. But,
Yeah, you can play the one with the little knobs on her head.
Oh,
With
the
one knob
Indori?
over here and one knob over there. I don't know what the hell that's about.
They're Andorians.
You remember when
Are they
people on
blue?
TV shows were good looking?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
early 2000s.
Well, that gives me a chance to be a star now since, they're ugly now.
I mean, you kind of look like the Doctor, so.
We're old
That's
guys.
not part
It
of my
doesn't matter.
program.
Doesn't
You think
really
I'm-
matter how we look.
Oh, I'm flattered because he's a very good looking guy. Oh, he's on Starfleet Academy. That was makes it interesting too. Yeah, and the Doctor's 600 years later. Jeez, oh Pete.
Oh, okay.
those ugly planes.
Yeah, the F4, the Blue Angels flew those for just a few years. They were kind of like, it's kind of like a bull in a china shop, like trying to do aerobatics with a shipping container.
I really do like the 60s fighter jets and the 50s fighter jets, but after that, they just got ugly. They look more like
I mean,
dung
the
beetles or
F4s,
something.
what was nice about the F4s being the Blue Angels is they didn't have to trail white smoke because F4s were notorious for trailing black smoke. So
Right.
They manufactured by Audi.
You're Audi.
My Audi.
I'm
Not
an
theirs
innie.
Audi, just my
I'm an innie.
yeah, shitty Audi.
I'm an innie. An innie?
Yes. You're
I
a
don't know if any
pusillanimous.
of, I don't know, how many people have the Audi belly buttons in a percentage, I wonder.
I don't know. I have an innie.
Usually, I think
people
this is
do.
when the doctor screws up. I mean, they're supposed to like push it in there and tape stuff over it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
so
have
it's more
seen
of
some
a, it's
Audi.
more of a deformation than just
my wife has an Audi.
Really?
really.
I think that's about as disgusting as not being circumcised.
I have an Audi.
My wife has an Audi.
Really?
A6. Yeah.
How many
Do you
miles
check
has it got on it?
Yeah.
Steve? Do you
I
do you
just-
actually like check that out a lot?
Yeah, I do a survey. Why do you
Yeah.
think I drive Uber? Are you circumcised? Okay, you can get in.
I didn't even know there
My
was
mom
such
was
a
not
thing.
allowed. Was not about to let some friggin' hook-nosed piece of shit anywhere near her little boy.
No, they got to be adults. The girl is 9. Anyway, it's look at the time.
Well, yeah, but you got to do it when they're a baby, otherwise they'll just fucking kill you.
No, I don't
Yeah.
ask them. I don't ask them as their children. An adult uncircumcised is. I kind of feel bad for them. You know?
Hey, we just
Dig
bought
that
an
hole,
Audi
Steve.
Q7.
I just bought an A5 convertible.
Ah.
Ooh, they have
Okay.
Audis that are convertible. Ow,
Yep.
that gotta hurt.
Kendra just came on and said, "Hey, we just bought an Audi Q7."
Oh, cool. Good luck.
I just bought a circumcised A42.
That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. It's got dual traction. It's got manual.
What a way to go into the world. Get spanked and then get the part of the wee cut off. It's like
Right, set your expectations.
yeah.
Well, that started. I think that started out. Circumcision started out as a religious thing. Then it turned into like a sanitary thing, or I forget what they call it.
That's what they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, hygiene.
Hygienic, yeah. That's
Bullshit.
Even so, the human race lived without it, for what 10,000 years before we made it a practice.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
only lived like 6 years before they practiced it too.
yeah. Rumple foreskin.
That's right. Oh, that's disgusting.
I got that from Rumple. I got that from.
From Romper Room. You got that from
Romper
Romper
Room.
Room. Sure you did, Steve. Every day.
No, I started to say Robin Williams, and I was thinking. Anyway, there's a
I
precious
think
moment
Romper
for you.
Room's funnier than Robin Williams. Anyway, any day.
Romper Room teaches you about foreskin. Today, kids, we're gonna read Rumple Foreskin. Yay!
It would be like more of a character that comes on. He's like
Oh, like Doobie.
yeah, he's kind of like a Grimace, but he's like a uncircumcised. Oh, that's disgusting, Steve. Eesh.
That reminds
you
me
know
of that.
that-
Reminds me of that YouTube channel I watch called Viva La Dirt League. They do D&D logic stuff on there, and they say one of the episodes is when your players come up with stupid names, and one of them was like Poop McDinglefart.
Yeah.
Whitaker's character was Harry Groin Long Dong.
Yes, I remember. And then he had that big dice bag, that he.
Yeah, they called it Harry Groin because it was.
Wasn't that the guy that Luffy that got shot on stage? That is called. His name was Dice Bag from Pantera. Or might have Dime Bag. So anyway, Grimace. Did you know that Grimace, when he first started on McDonald's commercials, he was evil?
Okay,
They're
Grimace.
Evil monster. Yeah, he
he-
was.
was it like
Look
Grimace?
it up. Look up Evil Grimace on Goggle. He really existed, and it scared the kids, so they made him Nice Grimace after that.
Well,
Evil
Mary
Grimace.
I
McCheese was
thought-
on the take. Mary McCheese was
Yeah.
on the take. And of course, the Hamburglar,
Well, of
what was he
course.
doing? Stealing shit all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, here it is.
It's a-
The purple
I thought-
dude.
I always thought
Yeah.
Grimace was kind of evil.
Yeah.
It's
I
probably the
couldn't
most
never
favorite.
categorize them, but I liked the McDonald's
Okay.
commercials when they had the characters when I was a kid.
I read something sometime somewhere that Slimer from the original Ghostbusters was actually based on Grimace, just a green version of it.
Yeah.
Could be.
Could be.
Okay, it says here the Grimace was known as Evil Grimace, a milkshake stealing monster with 4 arms and a bad attitude. Version debuted in 1971, spent several years as Ronald's foil. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Evil Grimace, trying to see where he went good, I guess.
I mean,
I
I
like-
can
like-
picture the first part of it, but several years. I mean, because I don't remember Evil Grimace. I mean, and I remember
Yeah, I
Grimace
don't
from
either.
when I was a little kid. I mean, I understand that's how he started, but I can't imagine the several years being evil.
No,
That's
No-
like the
nothing's-
opposite. The
Well,
opposite
Steve
of
just said he
Evil Bert.
started in 71.
Yeah, the
And
Evil
you were
Grimace
what?
started in 1971.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, but I would say by 74 is when I started really remember, or 73 is when I remembered the McDonald's commercials, and I don't remember
Yeah.
Grimace being evil then, so I don't think it was several years, maybe several months.
Well, it says, apparently
the
it
word
looks like
several
he started
doesn't have
changing.
any real definition. So
Well, it looks like he
several years
started
could be
changing
3
in the
years.
80s.
In the 80s,
That's what it says. That's what
okay,
the
were you
word
looking at AI?
No,
Okay,
I'm
no-
looking at different. I'm looking at a different
nothing-
page.
nothing
Not
was
everybody
more-
looks at AI, huh?
Nothing is as evil as HR Puff and stuff. So
Yeah, I never got into him. We didn't really.
He was like
It wasn't,
Mary
I guess it
McCheese.
wasn't syndicated or something because
You-
I
you
didn't
reminded me
really
of Mc-
watch Puff and stuff that much. It
reminded
was
me of
on
Mary
occasionally.
You reminded me of Mayor McCheese.
No, I do remember Mary McCheese.
Hmm.
He was very similar to Puff. In fact, Sid and Marty Krofft sued McDonald's over that because they had originally hired Sid and Marty Krofft to come up with the McDonald's Land characters.
Hmm.
And just like Hollywood and music industry does all the time, they came up with all these ideas and they're saying, no, we're not going to use you after all. And they still use their ideas.
Oh, of course.
And it took them years and years, but that's why you suddenly stopped seeing Mayor McCheese and those people is because Sid and Marty Krofft finally got their lawsuit
Oh,
won.
really?
It took years and and I think
Yeah.
that was by the 80s when that happened.
I don't think McDonald's even uses Ronald McDonald anymore.
No,
does
they
it?
haven't used him in years. Well, look at a
Thank
McDonald's.
God.
They look like banks now. They're
yeah.
just boxes now. They got no character.
Mhm.
But the little-
Well, the
that-
food
that
sucks anyway,
school,
so-
remember that school that they stuck you in? The
Oh,
block with
Sandalwood.
no windows. Yeah, slam.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like what do you call it? Brutalist kind
We've
of.
talked
thing.
about it before. The McDonald's food suck. Actually opened up one of those burgers once, and they really were gray. Ooh.
Yeah, that's why I could never stand Crystals. They're gray too. But McDonald's, the last 2 burgers I had, and they were like 10 years apart, and they were small burgers, and they made me feel toxic all day.
Yep.
You
That's
need
why I
to go
say,
to, go ahead.
go ahead.
You need to go to Tokyo and eat McDonald's there.
Yeah,
I hear
because
good
that's
things.
Well, they hear their cat. They use
Yeah, they
cat
eat
for meat.
cats there.
Again,
Darn.
it's not China.
It's
that's
okay.
what I was
Cats
gonna
don't
say.
have cute butts.
Well, I don't know. My cat would disagree with you. She's always showing me her butt every time she gets up.
It's because somebody's showing you your butt doesn't mean it's cute. Like my horse Shanny, my colt, he'd always put his butt in my face, like scratch my butt, Daddy. And I'm like,
Speaking
I
of
kind
butt-
of scratch his rump, and he's like, no, scratch my butthole. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna scratch your butthole.
Oh, that's disgusting. Speaking of butt, I'll be right back.
All right.
I was going to say, I think I've mentioned this on the show before, but McDonald's, I go to McDonald's every couple of years to remind myself why I don't go to McDonald's. So
Ugh. I won't go there to like have a sausage biscuit. It's okay.
We were going on a road trip when Kiana was little, like 5. And I said, all right, well, so we're going to just go, we'll get started and then we'll stop at McDonald's and get something to eat and go from there. She said, are you kidding or just wrong? She didn't believe I was going to McDonald's.
Ugh.
They're
I don't even stop at McDonald's on road trips anymore. I mean, shit, ugh.
if it were cheap, I wouldn't mind it, but for the price, you might as well just get some higher end fast food.
Yeah.
Or just you can go to Chili's now or Sonny's or something like that, and get a whole meal, a good one for probably less than you can at McDonald's.
You can go to Beef O'Brady's.
Oh,
Or the Hungry
geez.
Hippo.
Every time you say beef O'Brady's, I feel that ice cold mac and cheese in my mouth.
We got to try it again. You know, one experience shouldn't define the place. You know.
I know, I know. I don't hate it. It's not like I never blackballed them. I think there are places that were so bad I'd never go there again, but
Yeah,
that's not one of them.
because the concept is good with that mac and cheese.
It seemed like it, but after having it cold, it kind of takes that concept out of it. And it's like, you know what? I could have heated up some, you know, what do you call it? That shit, not Hormel, that's gross. What's the other chili? Armor chili. And
Hormel's not gross. The
oh
hell
my gosh,
shit is coming out of your mouth.
their chili's disgusting.
If by
Their
disgusting you mean
their
awesome.
their beef tamales are okay.
Everything Hormel does is awesome.
Well, I like their
They're
pepperonis are
they're
fine.
the second best company in the world.
They also make spam.
Oh, what's the first?
Yamaha. They make musical instruments and audio equipment and jet skis and motorcycles, and it's just like they're kind of like Tesla or Musk. It's like, what would be fun? All right, let's make motorcycles. We
Well, I
make
mean, look at
pianos now.
Yeah, let's make clarinets too. I gotta say, Yamaha, their instruments are pretty expensive.
but you also got
Um,
to say you could say that about Mitsubishi. You know, they made anything from fighter planes to watches.
VCRs, yeah,
Yeah.
cars.
Well, Hyundai makes
Uh,
ships. We don't see those at the dealerships much.
we had it. We had this asshole friend of ours in the 90s. He was nice 50% of the time, and he was an asshole 50% of the time.
That's all
Uh,
of us.
yeah, no, not this guy. I mean, made you want to punch him. Not, half the time. And here's an example. I said, yeah, my uncle, he has a Mitsubishi VCR. He says, there's no such thing as a Mitsubishi VCR. And I'm like, well, he's got one. He's like, I went to Japan. They don't have Mitsubishi VCRs. That's this guy.
Uh,
And he drove me nuts. And then,
was, was this the guy that worked with you in Anniston?
no, this was Florida.
No.
Darren remembers him. But then he ended up, I couldn't stand him half the time. And then he wanted to move in with me and my mom because something happened. So we let him sleep on our couch. And that week or two he lived with us, he was fine. We didn't have one disagreement. He was just fine. There was only one kind of thing as we dressed up for Halloween and we really went all out. Darren went as the crow and did his face all up, and I was this wizard lion. And Chaz, this guy I'm telling you about, he ended up trying to be the gray gargoyle from the cartoon. And so his car was ripped off, his Dodge Daytona, just a couple of days before. So he'd called the police, and the police were in our yard. And he was yelling because he's Chaz, and that's what he does. And my mom goes out and she's like, "Stop him! He's gone nuts. He's dressed in the gray paint with his wings on, and he's yelling at a cop in our front yard."
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
We were
he was all right, but years later, I mean decades later, I found him on Facebook and friend requested him. And this was when I lived in Alabama, so it must have been 10 or so years ago. And he just started spilling his guts and said, can I move, near where you and Darren are? I want to start the band again so bad. I want to, and I'm just like, I didn't know what to say. That's, what can you say to that? So I thought I would sleep on it. and then the next day he had disappeared. He had like got rid of his Facebook and everything. So I hope he's okay. But you got to give somebody 24 hours to respond with any kind of question or something, especially something like that. It's like a life-changing question. So I hope he's doing all right. I don't wish ill on him, but yeah, he's just one of those people that was kind of like Travis, kind of annoying half the time. Travis, if you're watching this, we love you.
He was concentrated, so you had to kind of space out contact a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, because he worked with us and he lived with me. It was, I think the funny thing is usually when somebody becomes your roommate, that's when you want to kill each other.
Yeah.
And it was kind of the opposite. I wanted to kind of kill him, and then when he was my roommate, he was just kind of all right. Didn't have a problem with him.
When he was living with you and Mom, he would go in the cupboard and take one of Mom's cans of soup and then just cook it and eat it. And then Mom said he would like wash his dish, then go to the store and replace the can.
Yeah, he was a very good house guest. It was, and I remember Lucky, a big Irish setter. I told him, I said, now, Chad, you remember him? He's going to come home from work late in the night. So when someone comes in here, they understood everything we said. When somebody comes in here late at night, that's just him. It's okay. And I was asleep, but my mom heard it. She thought it was the funniest thing. She heard Chad's come in the middle of the night, and she just heard a woof, and that was it.
Oh, old friends that you've reconnected with over the years and then lost like Whitaker. I know you had him on the show and other stuff like that, but a couple of years we got together on Facebook. We talked for about a week and then he disappeared, never heard from him again.
You see if I can find him. I wouldn't mind asking him to be on here, but let me see, Mark.
Doesn't he go like Mark Whitaker Dodd now or something? Or
yeah, that's what it was.
Department of Defense.
It shows him as a friend, but he's got the same profile picture he's had for 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, he's a guy.
Yeah, I got
you know, it's never a good sign when the only thing. Okay. What?
1 minute into it.
Something about the Charlie Kirk Act. So he's still around, but it's a bad sign when the only things that you see on their Facebook are people saying happy birthday for 4 years straight.
Oh yeah, and none of them are liked. And the person themselves haven't posted like 10. Or my favorite is Facebook will pop up, say, "Oh, it's blah blah blah's birthday today," and he kicked the bucket about 7 or 8 years ago. And then you go to the page and it's all "Happy birthday! Hope you're having fun in wherever you are."
Yeah. Well, if it's okay with you guys, maybe we can get him as a guest.
All right.
Or I'll ask him as a guest.
You know what's depressing? I'll go on to Nextdoor every so often just to see what's going on and whose dog's missing. And you log in and it's like, oh, give us the email of your significant other so they can stay connected too. And there's no, I don't have a significant other, thanks for asking button. It's just like, remind me later. It's like, oh, you're going to remind me that I'm alone every time I go onto the site?
Sounds like a swingers HOA to me.
Yeah, it might be. When I think of swingers, I get kind of an icky feeling because it just seems like it's kind of old people. You know, I don't think there's like young, sexy swingers.
No.
When I think of swingers, I think of the neighbors on that 70s show.
Yep.
Even though the woman was kind of, I guess she was all right looking, but.
Well, that was, what's her name?
Daryl Hannah or something.
Tanya Roberts.
Tanya Roberts, yes.
Tanya Roberts.
His sister, she didn't she OD or kill herself?
Well, she floofied. I'm not sure what for.
Same with the sister on King of the Hill.
Oh yeah, the sister. Yeah, she was a druggie, and then she kind of cleaned up to do the show, and then after the show folded, she kind of went back to her old ways, and she floofied too.
She no, she was killed by vampires.
That was it.
She was anemia, and then like 6 months later, her husband died of anemia too. It's like it's a vampire living
Oh, it
next
could
door.
be. You know the Hollywood people. I think they do that stuff too.
Yeah,
Drink kid blood and stuff
that was sad. She was cute.
on the show. Oh, she was a cartoon.
The King of the Hill girl.
Oh
I
yeah,
forget her name.
thingamajig. No, it was a bee. Some kind of a name with a bee in it.
Whenever I think of her, I only think of one thing is that she lived in like a teardrop trailer and somehow it tipped over
Yeah.
and she kept saying it was gone, that the trailer was gone, and he's like, no, it's still there. It's just that's the only thing I remember about her. Kind of like the picture that fell behind the couch.
Lou Ann was her name. Lou Ann. I forget the actress's name.
Brittany Murphy.
That's it.
I just
See, I told you it began with a
remembered.
B.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
vampires.
I'll be right back. I saw like a whole big show on YouTube about Dead and Loving It and kind of how it ended up being a disaster.
Well, yeah.
It's basically everything that basically the reason that Young Frankenstein was classic is because Gene Wilder damn near co-directed it. I mean, he wanted it to be black and white. He wanted all this stuff. So I think he I guess he's had a better eye for comedy. I think what I've seen of Mel Brooks is he really thinks he's funnier than he is. You know, kind of like Lucas thinks that he's, more talented than he is, so he has to get someone like that lady to direct for him. What's her name? What's her name? She's just finally stepped down.
Irvin Kershner.
Kathleen.
Huh?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh, does she direct? I thought she was like an executive.
Yeah, she's the president of LucasArts.
Yeah, but she's basically got to put her finger in every damn thing that they do, you know.
Well, Lucas has publicly came out and said he's not happy with what she's done to this shit.
Well, wow, it's
He's
the
actually
one
trying
that
to
sold his soul for it, you know.
Actually, from what I've been reading, he's actually trying to buy it back, or at least buy back some of the rights, so he can.
Well, you know what? He effed up Star Wars a long time before she did.
Yeah, but you know what? It was his story, and that's.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. The first 6 movies I was okay with.
I only liked the first one. Star Wars. It's called Star Wars. It stands alone. It doesn't need any other movie.
Yeah, it didn't even need all that effects added for the
No, yeah, it didn't need to. I guess they're going to. I hate Disney and everything about it, but I might actually see it at the theater when they release it, if it's the same original cut. They can clean it up, they can digitize it and make it, but none of this putting in CG stuff and all this other shit. And
they're actually, everything I'm reading, including today, is that it's going to be the original 1977 theatrical release.
And it can't say A New Hope on it either. It can't say Episode 4. It's just got to be like the original crawl.
Yeah, it's got to just say Star Wars.
I want people in today's generation to see what changed the world then.
What if it's the original one that George Lucas showed his director friends before they had the music and everything?
It depends how much liquor I get before watching it, but I'll see it. I'll be right back.
No, I think I saw that was like an extra feature on a DVD or some crap, and without the music, it was just the most boring shit you ever.
Oh yeah, they had a trailer without the wrong music. It was terrible.
I never saw that.
No, there's documentaries on YouTube. It's like you had that iconic scene of the big ship chasing the little ship at the beginning. And then after that, it cuts to Gilligan popping his head out like a damn prairie dog with a Gilligan hat, looking through binoculars. It was so stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm reading what they're saying right now. Star Wars returns to theaters for 50th anniversary. Experience the original 1977 film with a theatrical re-release in 2027.
Oh, okay. So we got a year.
It's only going to be the experiencing the original if you have to stand in line that circles the building 3 times.
Yes.
I don't remember us standing in line, did we?
Yeah, me either.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know
Yeah,
we did with we did with Return of the King, or Jedi, whatever. Because we got there at like 4 a.m. We bought a checkerboard and we were out there in the cold. We waited for like 4 hours, and then when the ticket booth opened, you didn't even need to stand in line. It went so fast because the damn Continental's the size of a drive-in, even though it's an indoor theater.
So if we had stayed home, and not done that and just got there right before the show, we could have seen it without staying in line. But would you remember it? I
remember staying in line more than I do the actual movie. The only thing I remember at the movie was that stupid song at the end and the damn teddy bears. It's like they could have made the best movie in the world, and when they ruin it with the very last scene. And I did like seeing the nice old man Darth Vader. And then, of course, Lucas had to screw that up and take that out. The one good thing about that movie. Yeah.
Put Hayden Christensen in there and replace the nice old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hard-boiled egg guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he didn't look like a hard-boiled egg when he was the ghost.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been funny if he slimed somebody. He slimed Luke.
That's gross.
I'm not evil, but I'm still a bit of an ass.
Well, here in March,
that's how they end it. Return of the Jedi was filmed in front of a live audience. I'll be back.
Vader comes out and the whole place goes, ah, and he has to stand there and wait for him to stop.
Yeah, like an Al Bundy entrance, yeah.
Or Fonzie.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I said, here in March, the Epic Theaters here in Ocala is actually going to be showing the original Jurassic Park in the theaters. I think I'm going to go see that.
With
That movie made me laugh when I saw it in Denver when it came out in '93.
They did that with Star Trek back in the early 2000s in Kansas City. They had a dollar theater was trying to hype things up. So for like a month or something, each weekend they ran each Star Trek movie, I think up until 6, The Undiscovered Country.
Mm-hmm.
Each weekend, yeah.
What made me laugh about Jurassic Park, and I think I've told this story before, is we went to like opening night.
Mm-hmm.
And it was that theater down there that was on Colorado Boulevard and Alameda, Darren. It was like that sixplex that was on the south side of Alameda.
Alameda. Is that where they have that nuclear vessels?
Yes. But anyways, everybody had like their little kids there because Jurassic Park came out at the same time as the big Barney craze. So everybody was bringing so everybody was bringing their little kids to go see Jurassic Park, and kids are in there crying and hollering and
Barney's gonna eat that fucker on the toilet.
When the T-Rex ate the lawyer, they were all laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's time to eat the fucker on the toilet. Oh, goody.
No, I saw The Patriot. You know, the Mel Gibson thing where they're Revolutionary War, they're shooting everybody. Yeah, and people brought their kids to that damn thing.
Mm.
I showed that to my daughter when she was like 7 or 8, and she was crying at the end. And she said, "Dad, I think I was too young to see that."
Well, it's like my sister. She let my 5-year-old niece see Poltergeist. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh, not the Braveheart's what I'm thinking, not the Patriot. Poltergeist was good.
Yeah, it was not for a 5-year-old.
The thing about Jurassic Park is they're always trying to get me scared of velociraptors, and it never worked. I would much rather have a velociraptor in my yard than a T-Rex.
You know what they needed in Jurassic Park? They needed the Marshall, Will and Holly.
And some nudity.
That too.
and some nudity,
Yeah.
and not the old guy, and not the old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs. Do you want to put some clothes on before you start your speech?
Yeah.
It's my island.
My island.
There used to be an actress talk show host, something.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here, Wesley? And then Timmy, he did that. I have a recording of Timmy doing Dinosaur.
Now, a couple of years ago, we were talking about movies, and Timmy was like, I talked about the Treasure of the Four Crowns, and Timmy goes, "Oh yeah, Darren made us walk through the." I said, "Timmy, I was with you when we walked through that damn desert or blizzard."
I don't recall making anybody do a goddamn thing.
I didn't say you
Like
made
it was-
anything. I just said I went
You have
with
a very
you.
selective memory.
I think it was voluntary as far as I remember.
We walked all the way to Buckingham Square Theaters to watch that movie in 3D.
We were all over the place.
What
Yeah.
movie?
We were talking. I was reminding him about Treasure of the Four Crowns.
Ah.
But when you first brought it up and you said me and Darren and somebody else walked in this blizzard, I said that was me, Timmy. I walked with you.
JJ was with us too.
Yeah,
He was a butthole.
Actually, my brother was with us too, if I remember correctly.
Really?
Oh, I found Timmy doing Dinosaur. Here it is.
Hi, everybody. This is the Steve Jarrett Morning Show with Steve Jarrett.
We were talking about Dinosaur while you were gone.
I forgot
Yeah,
about
Darren.
that.
You didn't make us do a damn thing, but you had some damn good ideas that all the rest of us fell for. So
Yeah, well, I was there with you.
Well, we stopped at somebody's house and some woman gave me like her son's coat or gave me a coat to wear home because I was about dead from hypothermia.
Mm.
now, see, the only thing I remember is I don't remember walking home in the dark. I thought my mom or my dad came and got us in that big red van we had.
Not me.
Okay.
Is that the one?
Well,
we
didn't she
drove
tell you,
Florida
I was going to come
in?
get you, but I figured now you guys can walk.
No, that's my mom.
Yeah.
Don't get me started about her.
Then
Ah,
we
this-
rode.
this is-
Then we
Yeah,
rode
this
our
is the
bikes all
ghost
the way
of
down.
Dinosaur. Boo.
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 And then we rode our bikes all the way down to that record store, all the way down like South Aurora by Cherry Creek Reservoir to see Pia Zadora and the, record
I
store.
didn't. I
And
went
Santa
with you
Claus
then.
Conquers the Martians.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I wasn't with them.
I don't know why I'm buried here.
But
And then Darren had this really cool big photo book of Bo Derek, man. We flipped through that thing,
yeah, I bought it. He
Darn.
made me go to this. He made me go to Walden Books in the mall and buy that.
I didn't make you do a
Is
goddamn
that,
thing.
did you say Walden? Walden
Because-
books?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I haven't heard that in a long
it
time.
had nude pictures in it, naked pictures
Oh,
of Bo
well.
Derek.
You know
And he's
what?
like-
I mean, she was so hot, but I could not stand that whatever the hell hairstyle that was.
Yeah, it was
Looked
weird.
like
Darren-
a cab driver's car seat.
It was
Yeah.
bad.
But
What-
Darren
what
wanted
is-
Go
ahead.
He said they won't allow me to buy the book because I'm a kinky teenager. But since you're like 12 or 11 or whatever, they or I might have been 10 or 11. They won't say a thing if you buy it because you're a kid. So I went and bought it. And they didn't say anything.
Yeah, it checks out.
Yeah.
She's
It
a
worked.
right winger.
Oh, really? I haven't. That's probably why you don't hear much from her.
What was that hairstyle called though? Like cornstalk? or
Cornrows.
Corn? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they basically would like separate your hair out until about 8,000 little, and then put beads over it. And it's like, it must have taken like 20 hours to do, and it just looked like hammered shit. It was the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
It's probably very bad hygiene too, just like being uncircumcised.
Fuck off.
Oh, that's disgusting. Learned it from watching you.
Hey, didn't you guys didn't you have a D&D friend that was a girl that would be with you?
Yeah,
Well, we got a few girls here and there. We had Ann Hatsakis.
That sounds familiar, and
She was our main one. She was with our group for the whole time. Then we had a couple of others that kind of came and went
Pia
through the
Zadora.
years. Yeah. Yeah, when she showed up to play, and that Darren handed her a generic cola out of his underwear drawer from his dresser.
I thought you were going to say out of his underwear.
Where else would you keep generic cola?
I'm telling you, I didn't disagree.
Darren had a bunny
Yeah,
rabbit that would go around this room that didn't have a cage, named Hobbit.
I got a
And
question for you, Darren.
Yeah.
Now, everybody came to your house and my house. Did anybody actually ever go to Putt's house, or?
I don't think he had a house.
Yeah.
No, I never knew where he lived. I knew where his family moved afterwards, over across the street from East Ridge and Cherry Creek.
I thought Putt lived like across the street from you guys, Chuck.
Well, he lived a block up and on the other side, but yes, he lived on Tucson Street up from me. Yeah, but I don't think
he didn't like his house too much.
he liked to live there that much.
Yeah, he didn't seem to like his folks.
Hell, and I think I'd only been to Whitaker's house or apartment like one time, and then that one time was when his mom threw cookies at us, so we left.
Yeah, she did that with us too, I think. Maybe I was there with you that time.
No, she was throwing cats at us.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
We had some weird friends, Darren.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like I missed out.
You did. Speaking of weird friends in 1982 and stuffs, I got a rock and roll story for you.
Cool.
Okay, so you remember there was a punk rocker in the late 70s named Adam Ant.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, so he was in the punk scene and in England, and he wasn't doing well at all financially and everything else. And he was basically a Skid Row. He was at his wit's end. So he took his whole entire life savings, which was $1,000, which is a lot of money then. It's a lot of money now, but it was a lot of money then, even more. So what he did is he basically had heard that the manager of the Sex Pistols was basically a kingmaker. The guy's name was Malcolm McLaren. So he went to his office and he put that $1,000 down on his desk, and he wanted him to make him a star or give, and he took the money and told him he's washed up and to give up. He's old and he's losing his hair. He wasn't losing his hair, but he was laying it on thick. And that was basically it. And he said, listen, you want to do something? Get tribal, get like a warring, like a big tom beat, and get very primal and stuff like that. That'll be a big thing. And so basically he felt like, well, shit, he just blew his last dime. So he went to his band and told them this and, his advice. So they started doing that, and they started getting this big sound with the toms and everything. So what happens? Malcolm visits them, and he's thinking, wow, he's like, he's checking on his investment. This is pretty cool. So he like leaves, I don't know, to get some munchies or to get, whatever. He comes back and his band's gone. Malcolm took his band and formed his own called Bow Wow Wow. So he's, shit, now his band's gone too. So he's at a record store kind of, and there's this big guy, and this is reminding me of remember Little John, our friend, so there's this kind of big guy, blonde, kind of grouchy. I don't know if he worked at the store or whatever, but he was kind of, telling him what he did. And he's like, yeah, that sounds like Malcolm. And he's like, I really want to get back at him. I want to make the best rock band ever. You in? And he's like, yeah, sure. So they hired got two drummers, and they basically exaggerated everything that he had said. With the warring beat, he got the pirate suit, put the war paint on his face. They went totally out, and they became rock stars. Of course, you didn't have Adam and the Ants, and you had the Goody Two Shoes and all that. Meanwhile, Bow Wow Wow hired a 13-year-old girl to be their front woman, and their debut album put her naked on the cover.
Oh, good.
So yeah, they were under investigation for child exploitation and everything else. And they had "I Want Candy," which I think was a cover anyway,
Yeah.
and that was like a minor hit. That was it for them pretty much. So that was your rock and roll story for the day.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had his lunch. This is the lunchbox. I mean, not
Yeah,
my
I remember him.
exact one. That was my lunchbox back in the 60s.
So were you listening, Steve?
Yeah, it was.
What
About
was
the
I
Babylon-
like these. I
about
like
the
rock and
girl.
roll stories because you just can't make them up. They're so
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
Makes you think I wasn't listening.
Because you don't say anything. And then
We're
it wasn't until
listening.
like the 90s or it must have been the 90s, like his name appeared in the news again that he was arrested for throwing a alternator through a plate glass window or something.
Cool.
Yeah, the whole time we were telling your story, I'm like, and then eventually he started throwing alternators at people.
Oh, so you knew about it too?
Yeah.
Maybe it was Malcolm's office.
It was probably that he was mad at the alternator. It's probably English.
Well, I've wanted to throw a few alternators in my day.
Yeah.
Do you remember that discount tire company? I don't know if you had that in Denver. They showed this commercial for 10 years. It says, if you're not happy with one of our tires, and they had this old lady taking this tire and doing this back and forth, swinging it, and then she let it go and it went through their plate glass window. And please feel free to bring it back. And they had the glass was on the ground and it spelled out their name, Discount
That was
Tire.
Discount Tire. Yeah.
Yeah. It was an iconic commercial, at least in Denver area. They played it forever.
That was actually filmed in Arizona. If you look at the background, because they're actually based out of Arizona.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
okay.
never mind then.
Well, then they
bet
then
you
they
still
moved to
remember.
Babylonia.
Yes. From that song
Thought-
from was
I thought
Steve
that
Martin.
would get a rise out of Steve.
Darren had that record and he played it over and over, but not
He
as
was
much
tough.
as he played Coward of the County. It drove me nuts with that.
God.
And
Who did?
Darren used to play Coward of the County over and over, and I got so sick of it. And he knew I was sick of it, so he would like play it when I lived in the basement. He would play it through the vent, so I'd hear it in the basement.
And there were three of them. And there
Yeah,
were
that's
three
right.
of
Yeah.
them.
Three
Three
events.
of the, yeah, turns it Becky.
Yeah, we were talking about Becky recently.
At least they were polite and took turns.
Turns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
courtesy,
yeah.
that's number one.
I actually found
They
Ann.
didn't.
I found Ann Hatzakis. I found her.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Behind the couch.
Who?
No, she's probably in Minneapolis screaming.
What
at
would you be
people.
doing in Minneapolis?
Oh, was she a lefty then?
No, none of us knew anything about politics, but she seems like the type.
Oh.
I think maybe Pud told me saw her on something and she was.
Hmm.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I didn't really know much about her anyway.
We played at school, D&D at school, but then there was a year or so where there was a public library not super far from our house.
Yeah, the one there in Peoria.
Yeah, we go down there and play on Sunday mornings in the lounge area. And there was this one Sunday morning we'd meet at 10:30. So I got there at, a little before 10:30. 10:30, 10:45 rolls around, nobody there. It's almost 11. Finally one person shows up. And I'm like, well, we'll just hang out for a little bit. And then somebody else showed up. And then by like 11:15, there were probably 15 or 20 people there. Half of them I'd never even seen before. So I'm running a game with like 15 or 20 people. It was fun.
Pretty cool. Did remember that when you wanted to do the Star Trek party with the cake in the library, and the lady wouldn't let you bring the cake, and then you just started saying you were going to phase her and all this other stuff?
Something like that happened to me. I was going to do something at a library and they wouldn't let us bring a cake in.
I was going to say, I think you're thinking of someone else, Tim.
It's a comedy skit that Steve plays on this show.
Which one? Which
Now,
comedy?
was it in the?
Oh,
now,
it was a Star Trek nerd convention, and they were
Yeah, he wanted to do it at the library and bring a cake. And she
Right,
said, "You can do it in the
right,
library, but
yeah.
you can't bring the cake in here."
I
He's like,
haven't heard that in years. I forgot who did that. I don't even have that anymore.
now, Darren, was it in the lobby or was it down in the basement in that one room they had down there?
Yeah, the basement lounge area
Yeah,
with the pop machines and such.
yeah.
I finally explored down there, and there was this crooked hallway with paneling and an elevator. It was a neat place. I used to always love that place because even when I was 9, before we lived near there, we would still go there. And I remember the basement, they had all the car books, and I remember the ones I used to check out. I used to love that place. And that was what I wanted, Tony, like 8 years ago when I was taking a nap, and I was like, you know what? I like the new Mustangs. I think I'm gonna maybe buy one. I think my credit's good enough. And that's when I went to the local dealer, the Ford dealer. What did you like look at? I'm like, I was looking for a Mustang. Oh, we don't have any of those. And I didn't
Not
even
much
think
of a
to go to
cheap shop, is
Jacksonville
it?
and look for them. I just kind of gave up, and then I bought the Scion a couple weeks later. But you know what? I'm kind of glad I didn't because I get these cars and coffee. It's basically all of those newer Mustangs, they're parked together and they're all owned by punks and thugs,
Yeah.
you know? And it's all about how much money you put into it. You know, I've got $100,000 put into this and it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
It's still
Well,
not as cool as mine.
I brag
Oh, yeah.
about that
Oh,
with
yeah.
my Porsche.
Yeah.
Basically, my favorite thing to brag is I've had it 20 years and I've spent about 3,000 in repairs so far.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm due for more, but I brag about how little money I've put into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, and
Well,
they're
it's
the
true.
ones
Well,
that
I
peel
don't know if
out and
it,
get in trouble, get everybody in
yeah.
trouble because they're peeling out. They're like telling, if you peel out, you're gonna get, and it's like, and everybody like on Facebook's like, it's the ones with the Mustangs, I bet, because they're just notorious,
Yeah.
punks.
Well, that one's an 18, and it's that EcoBoost four banger. It's a 300 horsepower four banger
How
with a
much?
6-speed, and it's like 13 grand. But it's got 120,000 miles on it. It looks fairly well taken care
My Audi had 92,
of.
which is kind of high, but
But
It
the
doesn't
four
look
like-
banger supposedly gets, it's EPA supposed to get 31 highway. I don't know how realistic that is, but
I still get me wrong. I think they're still cool cars. They look great. I think they're one of the only.
yeah, see the problem is there's a lot of that with cars. The assholes tend to buy certain cars like Porsches. I mean, you meet very few nice guys with Porsches
that's true. That's for
or
damn sure.
BMWs, and Mustangs tend to be these squid guys and jackasses. Of course, I'm a stereotype breaker myself because I had the Miata. Because every dim bulb was going, oh, it's a girl's car. Oh, it's a hairdresser's car. You ever see a girl driving one? No, because they drive minivans and crossovers, and they don't drive anything fun. Nobody does. But
What has four wheels and an asshole? A Porsche?
yeah,
Or
What does Lauren drive?
she's got a little Range Rover, the mini one, the Velar. She actually liked that. She leased it, and then at the end of the lease, she bought out the lease, so she must like it. Of course,
And it
she's got the
works.
commute from hell. She's got to go all the way through the worst part of friggin' Los Angeles to get out here. And so she's
And it works.
probably has 1,000,000 miles on that thing. But for
I
a
used to
Range
s-
Rover, it's actually given like almost no trouble at all.
nice.
Go figure.
I used to say that the assholes used to drive BMWs, but then at some point in the teens, they switched to Audis.
Yeah. No,
Or
I was driving. I
Subarus.
was driving on the freeway out here, and I see this I think it was a 7 Series BMW, and it was going under the speed limit. And up to that point, I'd never seen a BMW go under the speed limit, and so I had to come up and take a look at the driver. He was an elderly Chinese gentleman driving below the speed limit, holding a cell phone. You know how they do out like this.
Oh yeah.
Like they're talking into the speaker. They got it on speaker, and they got the phone like forward like this.
I don't know.
Depending on the year, those 7 Series came with the built-in phone. right between the front seats. I had one.
Hey, yeah, that was the really high end option back in the 80s and 90s, and then now you can't even get service for those things anymore.
Now in my world, the biggest asshole drivers, if they got a pickup truck and the more decked out the pickup truck, the bigger the asshole
Boy,
they
oh
are.
boy.
Yeah.
Especially if they have no use for the damn thing.
Yes.
They don't have a farm. They don't live out in the country. They don't.
I mean, I've got a pickup truck, but it's a stock pickup truck.
Right.
But I mean, the
Yeah,
bigger
mine
the
too.
tires, the higher, you know,
Yeah, it's goobers.
put the lights on it,
Yeah, it's the same way like I talked about with the Mustangs and stuff. It's just like the bigger the asshole, the more money they put into that piece of. And so I was reminded of in the '90s, I was going up South Side Boulevard in Jacksonville, and there was this guy in this car that was so slow in front of me, and he was really pissing me off. I was like, God, I was just losing my mind. And finally, I got to where I could pass him. And I said, I want to get a good look at who would do this. And it was my mom's boyfriend.
Oh.
Another time, I remember I was driving up this narrow road that went to my house, and I was going up, and I saw my mom coming the other way, and she waved. She waved at me the exact same time I flipped her off. She like gave this look, and then
Why
when I went home,
fuck
she's
would
like,
you
"You
do
flipped
that?"
me off," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, of course." That's what
why didn't you
friends do.
recognize why didn't you recognize your mom's car?
I knew it was her. That's just what friends do. They flip each
Oh,
other
okay.
off when they
No,
see each
that-
other,
that-
and I get
that's-
no,
No, that's how you
maybe
get
it's a
killed out
Florida
here.
thing. I don't know.
Might be.
Maybe. Down here in Florida, they like to honk at it. I mean, everybody honks at everybody else. I mean, I talked to some of my coworkers who are Floridians. I said, if you honk your horn at somebody in Colorado or Arizona or something, you better be prepared to back that honk up.
Yeah. You used to shoot people that did that. Then you got shot when you were in the police chief thing.
Yes, sure. Yeah, you don't honk at people in Colorado unless you're wanting to fight.
I was in downtown Denver going through traffic trying to get home. And a couple cars back, there was some skinny guy. I don't know how to say it. In a little car. And the traffic was just stopped everywhere. And he was just honking and honking. And I was thinking, maybe I ought to get up, just get out of my car, put it in park, walk up to him, ask if he's okay, if he's having a stroke or something, if he needs help.
Yeah.
Because you're stuck in traffic. Everybody's stuck in traffic. What good's honking do?
It's like,
Yeah.
where are you going to go? Honk your horn.
Well, Jack Porter, he was getting off work one day. This is when I was roommates with him. He said that there was a guy honking like mad in the parking lot across the street from him. He's like, wow, what a psycho. And he goes home with me, and we saw on the news and it was right where he worked, the guy was shot. So the guy that was shot that was in his car honking. And he felt terrible after that.
Trying to get help.
Yeah, he felt horrible. I mean, I was with Mom when I was like a teenager, and we saw a guy that was going all over the road, and we just thought he's drunk, and then he pulled over. And it wasn't until later I'm like, man, he could have been having a heart attack or anything. We probably should have stopped and helped. But I'm not a paramedic, so I don't know what I could have done. But
slap him, make sure he's not just goofing around.
No, there was I had a coworker. So he was with his daughter, and they were in rush hour traffic. Same thing. There was this guy behind him, and they're bumper to bumper, weren't going in. And this guy behind him was banging on the horn and yelling at the top of his lungs. And finally, the guy got out of his car and comes up to him. And he's like, oh, what am I going to do now? I'm going to think fast. So as soon as the guy went over to his window to start yelling, he goes, what are you doing with my jacket on? That's my jacket. You're going to stretch it out of my, what the hell are you doing? No, I told you to break my jacket, and starts yelling at him. And the guy just quieted down and went back into his car and didn't do a damn thing the rest of the time. I'm like, that's a pretty good thing to do.
Yeah.
I like that. Were we
See, I
talking
don't
about
do stuff
something
like I don't yell
recently
at
that
people.
was similar about that? Like fluff someone out?
Psychiatrists,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. What was that?
they suck.
Fuck me.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's true. Steve, what are you doing?
Gonna go blind.
I know. Both hands on the table, Steve.
Make some kind of sound with your mouth so we know you're still alive.
Steve?
I think he's passed on.
Yeah, there's a
I mean, he's moving, but he ain't saying nothing.
Maybe he had a stroke. You know, you shouldn't cry wolf about the stroke thing, Steve.
Yeah.
somebody slap him.
Can you do the hand raise thing and slap him?
No, apparently not.
Oh, you almost did that like you were doing the Spock thing.
That's just because some of my fingers disappeared.
Yeah.
Ah.
Apparently, I can't do the hand raise thing.
Godshot missed the best story of the night.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll watch it again tomorrow.
All right.
He's gonna be going through. Well, there's got to be something funny I missed. I can't find anything funny.
Well, I'll just look for the scene where I'm gone.
Ah.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a nightmare. It reminded me of after Dragon Con, I would go on Flickr or the photo site, and I'd try to find pictures of me.
Oh.
And I thought I was losing my mind because I couldn't find my place, and I was just there was just more and more pictures, and I realized people just kept uploading hundreds of pictures from Dragon Con.
Ah.
And but I was going, it was like a night, it's like a fever dream.
I found you in that Pensacon video and sent it to you.
That's right. Yeah, if
You
I do
had,
end up going to
But
MegaCon, which I doubt, if I do, I'll probably just bring the robot costume and just do a day trip.
sorry, I was looking for that parody. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Ah.
Yeah, because you had both Wendy and what's her name with you at that show.
Which one?
Are-
Lisa?
Speaking of what's your name?
Yeah,
Talking about MegaCon?
no, Pensacon.
No, ChakaCon.
ChakaCon. No, when Pensacon, we actually, yeah, it was Wendy and Steve, and it was different. Steve, I did went there three times, not twice.
What
Three.
time? Yeah. Wasn't someone named Lisa with you?
Yeah, Lisa.
Yeah.
She used to be a BabbleGab fan. She was. I met her like
Whatever-
15 years ago.
Whatever happened to her?
Oh, she was. I met her in the Mike Pinder board. He had his own website with a chat board and had a lot of people there, and we had a good time. And that's where I met her. And then,
Mhm.
10 years or 15 years later, she just emails me out of the blue and is wanting to know how to do something. And I'm like, who's this? Who's this person emailing me and asking? And I didn't know until months later when she mentioned about my airplane dream and the airplane, because it was like the Lockheed Starfighter, Star whatever. And she had posted a picture of one that was at a park that she would go to. That was like they had they stuffed the planes, like taxiderm the old planes. And I'm like, that's her. Okay, Lisa.
Yeah, I just wonder whatever happened to her.
I don't know because she was fighting cancer, like trying to do it herbalopathically, and she got off did like Gottschalk, and instead of just blocking people or whatever, he deletes his whole Facebook. That means that every conversation you had with her, you end up looking like a dumbass because you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
But then she left Facebook, and I tried to text her, I tried to email her, and she won't respond to anything.
Because she was so sweet. I always liked her.
I think she wanted more of me than I was willing to.
She had a little crush, maybe.
Yeah.
Then we used to have Laura on here, and she's
Yeah, I really miss Laura too. I do contact Laura once in a while, and she says she's still here.
Yeah.
She did like my last song that I put
Oh,
on
yeah.
Face Album Book,
Sweet.
that Black Empty Square. By the way, the Black Empty Square, in case you're wondering, that newest song I put up, I got that idea for that because Facebook put up this thing saying, "This is you 5 years ago. This is you now," and it had a black empty square.
Oh.
So does
Ah.
that mean now I'm a black empty square? And that's kind of that's how the song kind of came about.
Ah.
And then when then Wendy Wass, we don't see her anymore. I mean,
She came by last week. If you were here,
Yeah,
you'd have
right
known
there.
it. She was here the whole chat.
Oh, I have Black
Wait.
Empty Square.
Yeah, I sent it to you this morning.
Yeah. Too bad I can't play. Probably get a copyright strike.
I don't think so since it hasn't been released.
Oh, you never know.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Wendy Watts was here last week. It was a treat. She just, I guess she saw us on Facebook, the thing, and came in.
Yeah.
I thought about simulcasting this back on, using my OBS and simulcasting it back on Facebook.
I guess it wouldn't hurt.
I mean, Tony takes care of YouTube, and I can take care of.
Well, we had thought, Gotchtalk, I don't know if you were here. Last week we were talking about possibly moving this over to Odyssey or Rumble. That way we can play sound clips and stuff. It's not like we get an audience here on YouTube, and we could still put the precious moments on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Just an idea. I miss not being able to play sound. I miss playing sound clips and stuff.
Like this,
whatever works.
No, it's just an idea.
Or
And then I was going to say, I hate to bring it up, but I thought we were going to change the thumbnail. And as much as we love Putt, I thought we were going to.
I know.
our
I've been really busy. I will do it.
We still got the
I've been
Putt.
trying to. I had to do a lot with this film festival thing, trying to get my movie converted into Spanish and get all this other stuff.
I hear
I'll do it.
Here there's a website called goatsea.cx. You could
Yeah, there you go.
they have images you could use for
Of
the
what?
thumbnail. You'd have to go there and find out.
Oh, okay, I'll find something there.
Don't go there.
I don't know if I want to go to that.
No, you don't. You don't want to. You don't want to go there.
I gotta take this. I'm gonna take this one break, and then I believe Dell's gonna call us. Oh yeah, shut people up.
Yep.
Well, usually you just spring it on us. You don't like
So did they
announce
make
a
you
call,
change?
phone call.
Yeah.
He's
did
texting
they,
me. So.
No, he's not. But did they make you change all the? Did they make you change all the songs to I am the Frito Bandito?
That's the most racist thing I think I've ever heard you say, Tony.
Yeah.
You ain't been around me too long. When we get on Odyssey, we'll correct that.
Yeah, when I talked to the guy today, he was like, "Yes, senor."
I had the little
That's
because
more, that's
the
more
thing.
Mexican than Spanish, I think.
That's true, yeah. But back in 69, 70, we had the little Frito Bandito pencil erasers and all that stuff, and it was fun.
Okay. The guy I listen to on the radio plays Frito Bandito every so often.
Ah,
Oh, the Lay's commercial, the Frito
Yeah.
commercial.
Yeah.
I like that. People, and I guarantee nobody was offended by that.
course
Whatever
not.
race, sex, or creed, nobody cared.
I saw
It wasn't
something.
until now that being a victim is like a badge of honor.
There
but
was
what about Speedy Gonzalez?
guy-
They pulled him completely off. It's like, nope, we can't have a little Mexican rat.
there was some guy that was doing back when I used to watch YouTube, and he had the big, colorful fake sombrero and all this fake Mexican clothes type stuff he was wearing just over the top. And he went to the Mexican part of town where they barely spoke English, which I guess could be most part,
Which is every part of town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he was asking the Mexican people, "Do you think this is offensive?" No, it's funny.
Yeah.
He couldn't find anybody that was offended.
Well, I read somewhere that the Cleveland Indians, I think it was the Cleveland Indians because they're now the Cleveland Statues or whatever the hell they are.
Guardians.
But
yeah.
they're who cares? The logo, the old Cleveland Indians logo was actually drawn by an American Indian. Of course, it could have been an Italian guy pretending. You never know.
The only people that are offended by that shit are college white women with
Yeah.
glasses.
Actually, and that is more than
Mhm.
college white women.
The new
What?
It's
College
all-
flag? Oh,
It's suburban.
Polacs, they get offended by it.
yeah.
I can understand Polacks getting offended because when you're the butt of everybody's dang joke unfairly, because that's what the difference is. Okay, if somebody dresses up like a Mexican or something like that, it's not really, I don't find it offensive. But if basically every joke you're saying that your nationality is a dumbass, then I can see that that could be offensive.
Yeah,
after a
especially if
while.
you're not smart enough to come up with a comeback.
Yeah. Of course, you go to any other
Polish
country.
people are pretty cool though.
Yeah. Of course, you go to any other country, they don't tell Polak jokes; they tell American jokes.
Yes, they do.
How many Americans does it take to unscrew a light bulb? What's a light bulb? They live in a mud hut. There's no such thing as a. Well, never mind.
I don't unscrew the light bulb. That's what the help is for.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's what kids were for when you were.
But you just toss them up in the air and say, just spin the thing off when you're up there.
I had
Anybody
one
ever
time.
have a live where in the room there was like a light bulb fixture in the middle of the ceiling with nothing around it, just the light bulb just there?
And
Yeah,
the chain.
because I was crawling out of an attic one time when I was at work, and I hit a lit light bulb with my head and broke it. That was
Ow!
yeah.
The bulb, not your head. I'm hoping.
My head didn't break. The bulb did. It didn't
Yeah.
hurt, but it was a. I don't know
Yeah.
how many people actually hit their head on a lit light bulb and broke it like that. It was
My
Crazy.
grandparents, with their house in Iowa, literally had that fixture in the ceiling with the one light bulb. But they had the little chain hanging down
Right.
from it
Right.
that you could,
The porcelain. It was like a little toilet. It's a little porcelain.
yeah.
I never hit one of those things with my head. I hit one of those things with a toy helicopter. And I
nice.
pulled the little
Was
zzz,
that the little
and it went bam, straight into the light bulb. It took like a quarter of a second.
I remember when I moved back into my grandma's house in Colorado, that 10, 15 years ago, Gracie and I, our room was the room that Darren and I would sleep in when we were 7 years old, and it was kind of sentimental. I'm like, wow, that light, it was the standard kind of that pillow shaped light globe that goes around the top, the one.
Mhm.
But it was like, wow, this is also sentimental. So Gracie, she's changing the sheets on the bed, and she flicked the sheet and broke that. And she was just horrified. And she told grandma, and she started crying and told grandma that she broke her light globe while she was staying. And grandma was just like, oh, okay, gave her a hug. It's okay. It was an accident. So it was a precious moment. See, it wasn't always fighting with them.
Park and drive slowly.
Drive slowly, my ass.
Narrow bridge, drive
my
slowly.
ass. What? A nice Plymouth Belvedere.
Oh, Belvedere.
Oh, Belvedere, come here, boy. There's a toe or a thumb. Oh, it's a school
Yeah.
bus.
It's a zing.
I thought
It's a
it was,
zing school. See, that's
Boy,
what
look,
you're
back
supposed to
then
do.
they actually stopped. Look, they actually stopped for the school buses
Well,
back
it's,
then.
it's a movie.
Yeah, it's all scripted.
Yeah.
I was to say here in Florida they don't stop for school buses.
Well, that school bus that I think Darren remembers, it's a school bus that was a work bus that we had, and it actually had the lights function, the top lights and everything. And Darren sometimes he'd let me out and he'd put the top lights on. I know it was illegal, but it was funny. And we had this, people would tailgate us. So what we would do is we built these dummies of little kids. And when people would be tailgating us or whatever, you just throw that, I'd sneak and open that exit door and throw one of the kids out. And one time we really got overzealous, and we had it was about 5 kids on a rope, and you could just like throw all 5 kids out the door and then rope them back in. And I had this little black helper named Robert, and he was an older guy, but he was really funny and he was a good worker. And he was in that front seat of the school bus because he couldn't drive. And one day I looked in the rearview mirror while going down the highway and I said, Robert? He's like, what? I said, Robert, I'm your father. He goes, you what? I said, I'm your father. He goes, you what? And for some reason, I could just picture Luke saying that, you what?
Oh yeah, remember 2-lane roads?
They still
That was
exist.
the problem.
Yeah,
I
they still
guess I
exist.
just don't run across them too often. You're trying to get around this guy in a Belvedere. So yeah, just punch it. Who cares if somebody's coming?
It's Sylvester. Mama, your baby's coming to save you, Mama. Does look like Mad Mad World there, doesn't it?
30.
Oh, they're hauling ass.
I know, 30.
What has got me
55.
is those old signs that they would say miles. They wouldn't say miles per hour. They wouldn't say mph. They would just said miles.
They weren't smart enough then.
There
Yeah, they
was
didn't
an
understand melody.
episode of Top Gear, and they were driving in America, and there was some scenic road, and it was like 55 speed limit, and they're in these ultra high performance cars, and so they'd peel out and zoom down the road, and then it would show the speedometer, and it was exactly on 55.
Yeah.
Then they go faster and faster, and it was still on 55.
Whee.
I guess there's some cars, at least in the 80s, they wouldn't allow, they're like the high performance cars, they wouldn't allow the speedometers to go above 80.
All cars. My Mercedes was an 82, and it speedometer went up to 85, and that was it.
And then if you went faster than that, the speedometer would hold back the car.
Yeah,
I think
it
so.
would do
Yeah,
that.
keep it from
it's
going faster.
pushing. It's
Well, my
pushing against
Beetle,
the pan.
my Bug, that speedometer is 69. That speedometer went up to 90, but at the very bottom of the dial, it's at mph, and I think I got the needle up to the H, maybe the P, downhill, of course.
Cool.
I was just thinking the other day about our grandma was bike riding with us in North Glen, and we were going down a hill, and the brakes went out on her bike, and she ended up burning holes in the bottom of the toes of her shoes trying to stop.
Ooh.
She stopped okay. Everything was okay, but she burned holes in the bottom of her front of her shoes.
God.
I'll never forget that.
No, I had a beach cruiser bike, and the problem was I was just too big for it. And if I were tried to climb a hill, I would put so much torque into it that it actually tweaked the front sprocket because it was just stamped steel. It wasn't very strong. And I didn't realize that that's what had happened. So I'm going down this hill and the chain just comes off. And it's a coaster brake and there's no front brake. I didn't burn up my shoes. I just found a handy kind of bush and hedge to just sort of softly bang into.
Well, guys,
Remember
I'm going to
Flame?
depart these. I got to depart, so
Which
Wow.
Well, it's
depart?
good to have you here.
I'll be back next week.
All right.
Are you sure?
Well, take care.
Well, the biggest reason is because my phone's now telling me I'm down to like 10%, and hopefully
You know,
next week.
you can get a little place
Yes,
to
but
plug
I don't have it in here, and
Or better still, you could use your
Well, go
actual
get it.
computer and unplug one of the USBs that you're not using and plug your thingamabob
You know what?
into that.
let me try that because I've
Yeah,
been.
try that. We don't want to lose you that quick. Hey,
Let me try that. Let me take a look over here and see what I can do, and I'll be back in a few minutes if I can get it.
All right.
Either way. All right.
All right.
My car doesn't have any USB spots. You can buy an adapter to plug into it that'll hook
Yeah.
up to Apple devices.
Oh, good.
Well,
Do
you
have
gotta
such a-
you gotta use.
such a
Hopefully,
device?
it's got a SIG plug that's not specific to something.
It has it has a slots for SD cards. So I don't I used to have adapters, but none of my modern computer doesn't have SD card slots or anything anymore.
Well, I mean, you can get a a plug that goes into your 12-volt plug, the SIG plug, and it's got USB ones. I've got
Yeah,
one in the Mustang.
I've got that, but that doesn't hook it into the stereo.
Right.
Oh
It
yeah,
allows
you need
you
to.
charge the thing.
Audi wants you to buy a whole adapter. What do you
Well,
call it?
I looked
Wire
into that.
harness.
I looked into
Yes.
that, but it plugs into Apple stuff.
Oh, that sucks.
And you
You
don't
know
have
what?
that
That was like my Scion. I had to take the radio out because it only plugged into Apple devices. It's so stupid.
Mm. Oh, my Miata, the radio did have an auxiliary jack on it, but it was on the back of the chassis. So I would have had to pull the head unit out and then plug something into the auxiliary jack and then string it around to the front where I could get it plugged into my phone. Of course, now my phone doesn't have a headphone jack, so that kills that idea.
I bought my first car stereo that supported MP3s for my RV I used to have, and it had a huge heat sink on the back of it. And if I didn't have it perfectly level, the heat wouldn't go into the heat sink and it would overheat.
Ooh,
Dang.
that good.
Yeah.
Was that like a feature?
Yeah, I think it was just like their first pass at, hey, we'll have one that can decode MP3s. But it wasn't super efficient at it, apparently.
Yeah. Because my Miata had like a six disc changer, but it would play CDs with MP3s on them. So I burned a bunch of CDs and put all of my music on them.
I don't know.
You know, I'd like to get a heater in the Mustang, but a radio is like the last thing I even think about. Every time I'm driving, I've never thought about having a radio or think I'm bored and want to listen.
You don't speak Spanish. I mean, do they even have English language radio stations anymore?
This area sucks for radio stations.
Yeah. Well, I think part of it's a Mustang so loud that I don't think
that's true.
Radio would do any good anyway.
And you don't go super long distances with it either.
Not really. Well, I drove all the way from Alabama, from Oxford, Alabama, this kind of around where Gracie lived, all the way to Jacksonville without a radio in that Camaro. But I had Adderall too, so that was part of it.
Right.
What happened to Steve?
He left.
The usual.
He kind of left before he left.
I've been dragging. I've been sleeping 12 hours a night, not well, and then I'm still exhausted all day.
Yeah, I was tired most of the day today.
It's kind of, I'm not used to it, but it doesn't start getting light till about 8, it seems.
Yeah.
Was it get light earlier in Colorado?
That's not how it normally
in the
works.
winter, I think. Well, it's more northern, so the nights are longer in Colorado in the winter, but the days are longer in the summer than here. They're more your day and night cycle's a little more extreme.
Yeah.
But it also matters how close you live to the edge of your time zone, maybe.
That's true, because time zones are goofy, man. If you look at the border of like Eastern time and Central time, or Central time and Mountain time, that line is just and it'll like curve around to catch some little town, and then it's like
I think it must be counties. Counties are like, now you're over my dead body. You're not going to put that time zone in my county, or
We lost God's talk.
What if you had?
He was on his phone and he was down to 10% battery. Says he's going to try and get his computer fired up.
Okay.
I came up with a brilliant plan of having him unplug some kind of one USB device that he's not using, so he can plug in his mic or headset or whatever the hell he is using.
Yeah, you can plug your phone into an outlet. I can do all sorts of. You can get like a, what do you call it, little power box. I've got several of those. You can just have the power box take the charge the phone.
I left my coffee in the other room. 2 seconds. Damn it.
Coffee. See, there's a Yamaha.
Nice.
Those are about $9,000.
What's that red thing on the tank?
Paid.
I think I paid $9,000 or right around there, or maybe 12 for my last motorcycle. My second motorcycle, depending on how you want to look at it.
Was it that Indian, the one made in India?
No. It was a
No,
was
the
a
Indians are
Yamaha.
made in Canada.
It was a Yamaha Warrior.
Ah, okay.
So it was like if a sport bike and a cruiser had a big old baby.
Right. Yeah, this one's the Bolt, because the last bike I had all the way back in the 80s was a Yamaha Virago. And this one's basically, the modern version of that bike. So I'm thinking.
Yeah, I rode it for a while and then laid it down and then made myself keep riding it so that I wouldn't end up being scared of it. So I
Right.
got over it. But then I
Oh, so you got
adopted
back on the horse?
Yeah.
You
Then
have
I
to tell
adopted.
it. You can tell that story, Tony.
Oh, Timmy had his electric dirt bike, and he had a nasty little accident with it, messed up his shoulder and did all that stuff. And when he was healing, I said, "So did you get back on the horse?" And for some reason, the conversation had drifted into Timmy's ex-wife.
Yeah, we were in a Molly's chat.
Yeah, and so he thought I was talking about, and I would not refer to a lady that I know as a horse, but Timmy, we're kind of different that way.
Yeah, I'm
But,
like no.
She lost her Timmy privileges.
She lost her Timmy privileges. That's right.
Yeah,
I get
I'm
my-
too old-fashioned. I just
Timmy privileges. I never got any Timmy privileges.
And no more pony play for her.
Oh my goodness. People say I sound like a woman when I do that. No, you
A
don't.
walnut.
Yeah. Sound like a walnut when I. Hello.
Well, Steve says it. He says "woman" like in a country song. You got to pronounce it "woman" if you're a country
Woman.
singer. People
Girl,
say
you'll be a
that there's a
woman soon.
woman to blame.
You'll be a woman someday.
Oh,
You'll be a
Lord.
walnut someday.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I found this. I don't know if we get in trouble for playing it. All right, that's enough before we get a copyright.
Yeah. They pull our
I am the
episode down.
Frito
For,
Bandito. Give me Fritos corn chips. I love them. I do.
Yeah.
And that, of
remember,
course,
there was one with an Indian, like an Indian chief, and they were
Oh,
like
yeah.
it was Keebler Sancheros. And he's like Sancheros, light and crispy, because they're made by Pequeño Keebleros. And that was pretty. They would consider that racist now.
Keeblero.
Yeah,
Well,
and
the
they had one.
Frito Bandito, of course, was the great Mel Blanc.
Yeah, I thought it
Figures.
sounded like Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah.
And there's another one from about '89 that my mom and I used to like. It was an Eskimo pie,
Mhm.
Ah.
and there was this Eskimo that was doing the commercial, and I think he was a real Eskimo because he had that voice, and he was like, "You know why I like Eskimo pie in the summer? Because it tastes great even when it gets way up into the 20s." But I could tell the guy wasn't really an actor, but he looked like a real Eskimo. I think it was, nowadays, oh, that's racist. Well, he's a real Eskimo. Well, now you can't,
Well, that
you
makes
can't
it
have a real
worse.
Eskimo acting like
No.
an Eskimo.
I got one of those Taco Bell dogs.
Hey,
would
kid
say-
out there. Hey, Chihuahua.
He would do. It was when Godzilla came out, so he said, "Here, lizard, lizard, lizard."
I remember that. Here, lizard. Yeah, that was
I
funny.
think I've got a Taco Bell stuffed dog somewhere.
As Marge sounds, a Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. That's how they spell. I was watching some when I used to watch some. They had like a variety show,
Mhm.
and the guest was the Taco Bell dog,
Ah.
and he went out there on stage and he was shaking. I felt so bad for him.
Oh, they actually had the dog?
Yeah, I guess I don't know if he's shaking because that's what Chihuahuas do, or he just had this
Yeah.
horrible stage fright. But I felt bad for him.
Well, those little dogs, they do vibrate a lot. I remember Art and his wife had a bunch of little Yorkies, and they were just constantly vibrating.
Are you sure that was a Yorkie and not? Never mind.
Modern bombs don't tick.
That's true.
Yeah, that was Fight Club. Yeah, we sorry we had to bring you back here because your luggage was vibrating. Like
Here he is.
Oh, I get it now.
Here's
Hey there,
Scooter.
But and they don't have. Do bombs actually have digital displays that stop at 007?
You know, when they filmed it went to 003. And then in post-production, they thought, we should have had it stop at 007. Okay, well, let's just make it do that. And so they stopped it. They just stopped it at 007 and just threw away the rest.
If only you can go back. I'm not going to be a Lucas because I kind of want to go back and change the theme of my movie, the song, but because Gracie says she didn't like the song. I like it.
She lost her complaining privileges.
She did lose her. But I think about that. It didn't hurt my feelings, but it makes me think, well, maybe I shouldn't have used that song. But then I have to think again. She's never liked an Apology None song, so what am I going to?
Even the one she did.
Do what?
Even the one she was on.
I know.
Yeah. But she sang that one.
Yesterday Once More. Not the
Yesterday
song.
Once More. Yeah. That powerful.
I think the best one she ever sang, her voice sounded the best, is "Lend Me a Handle," the one I did with Vinny.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Lend me a handle, she really wailed it out there. It sounded good.
I could play clips, we get copyright strikes.
I don't know. Since it's co-owned by Vinny, I don't know, because I don't think we get a copyright strike for my side of the song, but since he owns half of it, we might get struck by his half of the song.
Well, he was on the show once, and we got strike for one of his songs.
Probably, yeah. He gets struck by his own songs all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I played once. I played Vinny doing my morning show opening, and I think we got a copyright strike.
Really, for your morning show up? No.
Yeah, I think so.
Dang. There's the Eskimos.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know Eskimos had an accent, though.
Yeah, because I'll never forget that. You know why I like Eskimo pie in the summer?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of an Indian, like a Native American Indian kind of a accent.
Because they all came up over the top there from Asia, and they just didn't, the Comanches.
Yeah, why are
and
they called
Cherokees
Native Americans?
They
They migrated here too, and they killed each other for territory too. Why are we going to ones that are punished for it?
Yeah, there were giant gingers here before.
Yeah, there were.
That's right. There were giant.
What do they call them?
gingers here before they were.
Salutrians. Salutrians. That's right. In fact, there's like a grave site with one, and it's like a giant skeleton, and it's like doesn't look like the completely skull shape and everything, and they cover it with concrete because they didn't want anybody to research it.
Sounds like something they'd do.
Yeah, it does. That Angel Studios, I'm not a fan of. They came out with another movie, another animated movie with it was about David. And I watched. There's this Catholic guy I see on YouTube occasionally, and his kids were watching it with him. It's like out in the theaters, or it's new now. And the kid asks, he says, "Why is everybody in here brown except Goliath?" Goliath is the only one that was white. It's like, gosh. I'm not even convinced everybody was brown back then.
Well, I mean,
because
there was no sunscreen. There was no sunscreen.
Yeah, but it wasn't a desert then either necessarily. I mean, if you read the Bible, it talks. In the Bible, it talks about snow. It talks about swamps. It talks about Jesus had everybody lay in the green grass while he made the fish and the bread.
Yeah, they
did.
Yeah, it was a lot of desertification after that. I think they did the over farming or whatever the fuck.
Well, yeah, we know what happened with the Dust Bowl. It doesn't take long at all to turn something into a desert.
Well, they used to call that area the Fertile Crescent.
Yeah, the Fertile Crescent.
Yeah.
I think Cairo is the same latitude as Jacksonville. I think.
It is, I think, because I mean, when Ramona and her husband were on the beach, I said, so if you look straight across, we're actually looking at Africa.
Yep.
Because the hurricanes, they start in Africa and come over and uh, at least in the 90s they did. They would start in Africa and they'd come over and
Yeah.
it looked like they were going to wallop us, and the jets, the stream, the Gulf Stream would send them into the Carolina, and they'd get them usually, but they would
Yeah,
come right at us.
Yeah. I think
They
Los
would
Angeles.
back
We're
off
about
at
the
like
sa-
the. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't realize you weren't done. Los Angeles is about the same latitude as North Africa.
Yeah.
Is that the same latitude as Jacksonville?
And
If
it's
you're a
east
little
of
further
Tahoe.
south of us or not, I'd have to look at a. Anyhow, what about the hurricanes?
I just said they would come right at us, and it would like just be the last hour or the last few hours. Everybody's battened down and ready, and it would just be like right off the coast, and they would just swing it right into Carolina. It would just make that hard right.
All right.
The ones that usually that hit, they come out from the west, or they might come up the coast. But we got walloped really hard a few years back.
Milton?
Yep. Monster.
No, it was
We got Milton down here.
no,
Milton
it
the
was
Monster, yeah.
Hurricane. Let me see. We had. I don't remember the name anymore. It was a woman's. It was one of those weird, like Milfred. You know, it's one of those weird women's names that you don't hear anymore.
Like
Yeah.
Stu.
Hurricanes.
Millicent.
It was,
Millicent.
yeah,
There was Irma in 2017.
Irma.
Yeah.
Irma. That was it.
Oima.
That was the one that hit us really. I mean, there was. It knocked probably half the trees down in the city, and for months you'd go down the road, and everybody had their trees all chopped up by the road, all the logs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks, Steve.
Florida's
I had a
quite a bit further south than California is. You're basically on the same level as Baja California.
Oh,
Or
okay.
if you cross the
So we are further
Atlantic,
south, I guess.
you're about actually Algeria. Then you're getting into the Sahara Desert there, so it's a completely different climate.
Yeah, we ran to Georgia during Irma. And
I would have done it too,
Well,
but
my
I
mother
got on
was-
my bicycle and just put the dog in a basket in the front.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I want Gotcha to get back here because I need to ask him why these planes have plus signs on them.
Because they're better.
It's where you put the UPC code. What?
Because they're better.
No,
than the ones that don't have plus.
I took a little screenshot of this. Somebody was asking, why do old planes have targets on them? And I put that in there, and Gottschalk felt like he had to explain. And I said, dude, my dad designed a lot of those planes that had targets on them, the round targets, and my mom got bombed by them, so I'm familiar.
Yeah, it's kind of like when the putt was on here, and he said the something moto or whatever, and he was trying to say some Japanese. I said, that sounds Canadian. He's like, no, it's Japanese, this and that. And Tony says, you always fall for it, putt. I probably have 8 hours of putt stuff in the Precious Moments timeline.
Yeah, you should have like a second track of regular Precious Moments and putt moments.
Yeah, well, it's just what I find funny. Some of them will have putt, some of them won't.
Put down the song and back away slowly.
That's my favorite.
I'm just glad we got him in our whole got all of his scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
Missed that guy.
Me too.
Yep.
He was supposed to be a Klingon in my Star Trek fan film. If I could,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna ever do it now.
You don't know if he'll ever do it?
Yeah.
Well, ask him in chat because he occasionally pops up in chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Putt does, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know Casey does from the Greater Beyond. You know. I'm Casey Kasem.
And I'm the ghost of Dinah Show. Boo.
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 What did Dinah Shore say? Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Go
So
ahead
tell
with-
me, Wesley, why are you here?
Why are you here, Wesley?
So if Darren doesn't know, he might not know unless we said it before, but Wesley Ure, who played Will on Land of Lost, he does a funny Dinah Shore impression.
Yeah.
And just leave us in stitches. He's like, so tell me what, because he was on her show and he said she was the worst interviewer ever. She'd look at her cue card while he's saying it and not even paying attention to him. And she'd go up and ask her next question.
Yeah, I don't even have that sound bite. That'd be
But yeah, he imitated her great, really funny. So I wanted her when I had the dinosaur lady at the boutique in the last page of summer, I wanted Wesley to voice her. And dinosaur kind of.
Yeah.
But we really couldn't get him. And so when I was at Pensacon, I asked Kathy, well, she could be a dinosaur. That'd be perfect. She'd love that. But she was being rushed. They had to do a QA and there were background chatter. And she really wasn't. She did her lines, but wasn't into it.
Shut up, Wesley.
Yeah, and there was a lot of background. So I couldn't use it. So I just ended up being the dinosaur lady. And I imitated Wesley imitating Dinah Shore.
Yeah, it came out good though, you know.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, Wesley?
Yeah, so it's like I don't even remember any of her lines. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. I watched it with Darren and Kendra when they came out, and that's like the first time I'd seen it in years.
Which movie?
Last Page of Summer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's a perfect time to get you all measured up. That was one of.
Why is your hand on his butt?
Yeah. And the school teacher that was like, have you been on your dangling participles? Now, that was Mary Beth, who's another indie artist, but she's an actual school teacher, and she wasn't putting on a voice. That's actually how she sounded.
Yeah.
You know? So she had that perfect school teacher voice.
I think Virginia should have been a school teacher.
Oh, heck.
Nah, hell.
I'll be right back.
Sit your asses down.
I had a school teacher when I was a senior, and it was for world history, and she was like Virginia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she would. It was funny her talking about like the different Bible stories and stuff. But I remember she's like, yeah, she's like, I'm going into retirement in January, and you ain't going to see me no more. As soon as that retirement thing, and guess what? January came, she was gone.
Now we're going to do roll call. Ron.
Ron. I liked her class. There was a couple classes that we had that were in trailers, like little double wides that were outside the school, and those are the only light that we could see. And that was like my senior year when we had those trailer pods. Because otherwise you're stuck in that prison with no windows.
I had a music class in one of those trailers in middle school.
It was nice. It was like a vacation being in those trailers. It's like, wow, there's like natural light coming through a little window there. It was so nice.
Yeah, they didn't put us in like sealed off boxes when I was a kid.
That was terrible. And when there was one trailer that was, and I don't want to go over that school, but I was in a study hall in one of those trailers, and this girl sat next to me. She was cute, and we just hit it off. We just talked and talked. I'm like, wow, a girl's finally talked to me, and she's cute, and maybe I can have a friend. And the next day they moved me to a different one, and I never saw her again. I'll be back.
Really?
He's crying in the shower again.
Yeah.
Kind of like when I have to do web page coding.
I think I did web page coding once, like in 1996.
Web page coding? That's hard to do. I'm glad I have a website that's all drag and drop.
Yeah. Wix or whatever the hell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like using web pages, let alone making them.
Yeah.
But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. But then I realized doing this website, there's two different edit pages for desktop versus mobile device. Like,
oh, right.
because that's why you go to QStar. Well, it's a little better now. I've been working on it, but if you go on your phone and look at it, it's kind of all weird and garbled everywhere. But it's gotten better.
Yeah. Man, that's the thing. What's funny is years ago, it was like, oh, you had a computer problem, you would ask your kid to help you because the kids do everything about computers. Now, the kids don't even use computers. All they use is phones and devices. They don't even know what a desktop is.
Mm-hmm. You know, I found out I can simulcast this wrong chain or this BabbleGab on QStar.
That doesn't cause too many explosions.
Yeah, right. That'd been interesting.
Yeah.
Wonder if they're any
figure
good.
out what the hell's going on with it. Either you got to just, because how about just saying don't run it on Macs until you figure out what that encoder thing is doing.
Yeah. Oh, then he's gonna
hate to say it.
Or just have him piggyback the QStar stream instead of running his encoder. But he's going to have to throw a fit about that,
Well, either way.
Because most of the people, I don't know. Any other station
it didn't used to goof up the QStar feed. It only started doing that yesterday with the rerun.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it went all weekend without a reboot. I rebooted it this afternoon, so we'll run it later and see if I get any. I mean, this log is just full of red. Anyway, didn't want to spend time talking tech.
Yeah, let's not talk about your log, Steve.
Yeah,
that's disgusting.
Yeah. Anyway. Uh-oh.
Let me get...
I guess I should answer that, huh? Hello. Oh, hey, Dell. What's up? Really? You really? Oh, you want to talk to Timmy? Okay. He wants to talk to you.
All right. Hey, Dell. Yeah. Didn't you hear me? I came up with like 5 or 6 ideas at the beginning of the show. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here comes fucker. I think it's a good idea. Oh, I thought you heard it. Yeah, it's called Here Comes Fucker. It's about a guy whose last name isn't Fucker, but he's an asshole.
What?
Yeah, I guess we could have Steve do it.
Sure,
I think Tony would be a better fit, though, but we'll figure it out. One of them. Oh, the Hitler one? I don't know. Hitler's been so overdone. He's kind of lost his. They use him now as like a adjective for somebody they just disagree with. People do, so he kind of lost his gusto over the years.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got one. I've got an idea for yeah. How about a kidney doctor? And he's like he's got a patient, and he says it could be Love American style, but it could be Love Indian style. Yeah. There you go. Wait, well, I've got a. You could have like a. This could be like a non-sexual part, but it'd still be kind of a funny. A doctor suggests to a patient of a kidney transplant. He says the donor died of kidney failure, but his kidneys are still better than yours. I like it. How's your wife? Remember when we had them both on the phone, Steve, at the same time, him and his wife?
Oh yeah, they were fighting. They were yeah. Well, it was your fault. It was your fault of that argument.
Your wife's Allie now. I didn't know. Oh, congratulations.
Oh.
Oh, he said too much. It's like, that's me in the diaper. Oh, I said too much.
And for you younger folks out there, that sound was what we used to call a dial tone.
Yeah. Yeah. Not the one talking, but
Yeah, you can't slam a phone. If you slam your cell phone down, you break it.
Yeah.
But what's funny is that when I used to watch NCIS, they'd be talking on a cell phone and they'd hang up and you'd hear the dial tone. I'm thinking, what? I know it's a boomer show, but come on.
I actually worked installed a radio at one of those places, those NCIS kind of places. And it was in Fort McClellan in Alabama. And we talked about it. It's like, so the people expect you to have that. I talked about one of the guys there. He says, yeah, this job is actually nothing like TV. It's about mailing off things and waiting for results and this and that and the other. He says he actually had somebody say, well, can't you get that image generator that you put over the body and this and that? And it's all this stuff that they just see in the Hollywood stuff.
Man.
And what was that used car salesman thing where he said, no, it wasn't used cars. It was like something out of UHF. It was bring the wife and we'll dick her.
Good night.
I have one. Oh, mean Bill's car dealer, parody or commercial.
Oh yeah, Big Bill. Hell, I think you were saying that was a real thing that somebody made for a car salesman convention.
Oh, was that what that was? Okay.
Yeah, so it was like the actual, the voices sounded authentic because it was a real guy, doing it, and everybody wanted a copy of it. And they cleaned out like every Radio Shack in that town to make copies of the tape.
Well, there's a video. There's video on YouTube. Hilarious. It's early 70s or maybe 60s, but there's a San Francisco car dealer that's doing this. This piece of crap car, blah blah blah, and he degrade all of his. It was really funny, but it was real. It's a real commercial.
If you're dumb enough to buy a new car this weekend, you're a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's Car.
Yeah, it was something like that. But this guy was real. He was a real car dealer, and he was actually showing these piece of crap cars that he had. And I think it ended call 3212277.
Anytime. Doesn't Darn remember that?
I don't see how you could. Yeah. So play it at
out
Judy's
here we had Cal Worthington in his dog spot. Cal Worthington, who was actually a bomber pilot in World War II, actually received the Distinguished Flying Cross, and he got back home after the war, and he opened a Hudson dealership back when they had those, and then he got real famous. So I don't know if his fame spread beyond Southern California, but boy, he was a fixture out here.
Same with Mutz. They had
Madman Mutz.
Madman Mutz. But yeah, I ended up calling that 32122 because I couldn't remember what the company was, and they're like Midwest Contractors. So I'm like, that's it, and then hung up. Just kidding about that.
There's another one.
Empire. We used to get the Empire because you had the Empire over there, and but they'd gotten a toll-free 888 number with the same number, so I actually heard that commercial out in California.
What were you trying to say, Steve?
There's another one you might remember, Timmy, is call your heating man from A.B. May.
Nope.
I remember that. Okay. Well, because I was playing a lot with the 3, 2, 1, 2, 2.
T, G, and Y, turtles, girdles, and yo-yos.
And you don't remember the home need a little repair? Call your cooling man. No, it was
No, but I do remember
Westport 1 7100.
I do remember for in the 70s, Roto Rooter had had a really nice jingle that sounded like the Association singing. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
Roto Rooter. They were really singing it. Had harmonies, and I tried to get you to play it on the morning show, and you found the wrong one.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
But I think you eventually found the right one. Anyway, I put the right one on the Fun Hour. Also, there was another one, and this was weird. That Mutual of Omaha is people. You remember that one?
I always heard it was.
No, I don't remember.
Soil and green is people.
Yeah, well, it was. They would always play it on the Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom.
Yeah,
and so they would play that jingle, and I always kind of liked it. And the weirdest thing, you couldn't find it anywhere. Couldn't find it on YouTube, nothing. It would just disappeared. And finally, one guy who was as frustrated as I was, and a lot of people, that this iconic thing that they grew up with was totally gone. And he actually tracked down, he found out that the guy who sang it floofied, but he tracked down his daughter. And she sent him a tape of all of the jingles that he sang, that he wrote, and that was on it. So I ended up playing it on the Fun Hour, the entire song. But it was so rare. If this guy hadn't done this legwork and this detective work, it might have just been gone forever, because you just couldn't find it anywhere on YouTube or anywhere. So it's good that it exists.
Yeah.
And Terry Summer will keep it going with his Fun Hour. There you go. I guess we're not going to see Goat's Cock.
Yeah, he probably blew himself up.
You know, you can charge a phone. You can put a phone on a charger. It doesn't have to die. Why is he doing this on a phone if he's got a computer with a giant concave
because he didn't
Cooper
have any
theater screen?
That's what I was saying, because he didn't have any free USB slots. And I said, why not you unplug something that you're not using at the moment and plug into that? But and he said that's what he was going to do, but that was like a half hour ago.
Yeah, but I mean, I mean, if you wouldn't need a USB slot if he's got a computer, you know.
No, you're misunderstanding.
He's having
he needed
sex with
a USB slot. I'm guessing for his microphone or something.
Yeah, but you don't need that. If you got like a laptop, you don't need. I don't know if he's got a tower or a laptop. If you've got a laptop, you don't need a USB. You don't need. Remember, I did a whole show 2 weeks ago without my mic plugged in, and I didn't realize it. It just used the internal mic.
So well, this is a desktop, and a lot of those don't have any kind of internal mic.
Okay.
Yeah. And
like
God, because my webcam has got a microphone in it, but God, if you like room effect, that'll really help. That'll really give you all you want.
What, darn?
I don't know how to fly, but it seems like a biplane would be pretty fun.
Oh yeah. You ever been up in one?
I feel like it when I'm driving the Mustang. It's kind of like a biplane. It's really kind of a seat of your pants kind of thing.
Yeah.
They got you can get biplane rides. Where I had that ride in the Flying Fortress in St. Simon's Island, they had a hangar right next to it where you could get biplane rides. And I think they do it in St. Augustine.
I don't think I fit.
Right.
People were a bit smaller back then. No, when I was taking my flight lessons in a Cessna 150, the instructor was a little bit beefy too. And so we'd get in the 150 and he'd close his door, and then we'd both lean over this way. But we'd both lean over this way and he'd close his door. And then I would squish up against him and close my door. Just slam the hell out of it. And there we were, just crammed into this one. I was afraid the damn plane was just going to explode mid-flight.
I just pictured I thought you were going to say when he closed his door, you popped out of your door.
Well,
when you closed their door, he popped out of his. I was picturing this like Abbott and Costello, or I don't know if they were. They should have had like two fat guys in a black and white comedy team. That would have.
Well, they kind of did. I mean, well, I don't know if Roscoe Arbuckle was ever worked with Laurel and Hardy. They called him Fatty Arbuckle. He didn't really care for that name, so I always call him Roscoe.
I used to go ahead.
No, I'm still thinking.
Don't do that.
When I was a kid, I used to, and to this day, I always thought Laurel was a fat one and Hardy was a skinny one. And to me, that's how it still is, even though I know it's the opposite. It's just how because I didn't really watch them. I just remember them, you know?
In the Fellowship of the Ring book, there was a hobbit that was fatty, somebody or other. But he was too fat to go on the adventure with him.
Fatty Boobalatti.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Well, who was the fat gay hobbit? Sam?
Sam. No, the stupid fat hobbit.
The stupid fat hobbit. And he had the gall to call me goofball. Stupid fat hobbit.
Yep. Well, you shouldn't. At least I didn't eat all the limbus bread.
There you go. It was so funny. I was on this discussion forum years ago, and it was retro clothing and hats and stuff, and we were like wearing retro stuff. And somebody asked what Gollum would look like in a suit. And I posted a picture of James Carville.
Yeah.
That's a good one. What reaction did you get off that?
Oh, everybody laughed. Even though it's slightly political, I think everybody laughed.
Funny.
It's not really political. That guy's not even human.
I know, right?
He's either a gray or a lizard.
Because he's looked the same for like 30 years. He looked like he was 95 30 years ago, and he still looks exactly the same as he did then.
It's the same suit. He needs to swap out his skin suit.
Skin suit. They had that on The Simpsons when Dole and Clinton were running against each other, and they had aliens that were they replaced them with aliens, and the aliens were on Earth with their skin suits, but they had to regenerate by holding each other's hands. They'd be walking the street, you'd see Clinton and Dole holding hands, and they're like, you might not want to do that. It's giving you bad bullets. It's like
how else are we going to exchange long DNA strands?
that was it. Okay.
They were Kang and Kodos, and they destroyed the world. And people
they're both named after Klingons.
Yeah, don't blame me. I voted for Kodos.
Yeah.
My favorite political bumper sticker is Cthulhu 28. Why choose the lesser evil?
Yeah.
Somebody said that Dole's his presidential run was over when he fell off the stage. It's like, wasn't his fault. And he got up pretty quick and recovered just like that. Yeah. It's not like he laid there and cried, you know.
Well, he should have.
That was back when the Republicans would like find the most weaselly loser they could to run, like McCain.
Yeah. Well, it was all about whose turn is it? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, the owl people, what is it? The Bohemian Rhapsody Grove.
Yeah.
With the owl. They like picked the people.
Yeah, we were supposed to get your boy Jeb back in 2016.
Yeah, that was the next in line, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, first two Bushes kind of sucked. Maybe the third time's a charm.
Let's just have like hundreds of them.
I was never a fan of the dynasties.
Yeah.
Like somebody just because
I never watched that show.
Else.
I did watch Dallas here and there.
It took place in Denver. Dynasty did.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Me neither. I thought Linda Evans looked good for an older lady.
Yeah. I always call it Dynasty.
Dynasty, yeah. And of course, it was John Forsythe who was the voice of Charlie in Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
And Charlie and the
Good.
Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Good morning, angels. Morning, Charlie.
There we go. Yep. They got their stall helms on, no shirt, and they're chasing fucking geese around with a bayonet. I just love that video. I'm sorry.
I've got one of my dad doing that.
No,
That too.
He's not. There's nothing wrong. There was like a rope that was caught around the pig's foot. That's what they were trying to get him. They were trying to get that loose, and that's why they're not doing something to the pig that's improper.
No,
That was-
they edited it after the fact to make it look.
Yeah.
Do they have video or movie of when Jesus took the
Yes.
the spirit, that the satanic, the demons out of that guy and put him in the pigs and they all drowned?
When you say something like that, you need to say spoilers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it's not like it was at the end of the, it was pretty quick. It was in the first part of the New Testament.
You know,
I think it was Matthew.
The markings on those planes are actually from Finland. You can tell because it's squared off rather than at an angle. And Finland kept using those long after the war until somebody finally said, you know what? We like it and all, but probably use a different symbol. So they changed the symbol. And now it's a hand that goes like this.
You remember that song? Finland, 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 the place I want to be for fishing and camping or watching TV. It was a Monty Python song called Finland.
Oh.
It was on their contractual obligation album.
No, in Finland,
on our way
what they
back
do,
from my dad's funeral, Nathan and I listened to that over and over. That album.
No, in Finland, what they do is they drag race Mercedes diesels, hot rodded Mercedes diesels.
Cars or trucks?
Cars.
Oh.
And but they just boost the crap. You just see this like funky Mercedes sedan going down a drag strip with just smoke everywhere. The thing's hauling ass. It would have to be from Finland to get that.
Yuck! It would smell like my neighbors there. Asshole that comes.
I
over
always
there.
thought my Mercedes kind of smelled like an old wood burning steam locomotive.
That's what Archie Bunker. He had your car.
Yeah.
And I think Rob Reiner had mine, the Mustang. And Gloria had a Monte Carlo, and Edith had one of those. It was either a Dart Sport or a Duster.
Yeah, I think it was a Dart Sport. Yeah,
I couldn't tell the difference from
yeah,
the
there's
side
not
view
much
like
difference. There's not much.
Yeah, Darren, I don't know if you see it shows up on Facebook somehow, but you might be able to Google it. Somebody, and probably around 75 when All in the Family was being filmed, they basically ambushed all the actors when they got out of their cars in the Television City parking lot. So you see them all getting out of their cars, and it's like Gloria looked annoyed. Mike was just standing there with his arms at his side, looking kind of annoyed. Edith was getting out of her car and just looked like she was just like deer in the headlights kind of thing. And there was Carol O'Connor by his Mercedes, just with this big grin on his face. He was the only one that like posed.
That's funny.
It's funny. They just put all four of them together. It's a cute little collage. It's really what do you call it? A time capsule. But it's interesting just seeing what they were driving.
Yeah. And it's funny that they all drove themselves in just ordinary cars. They didn't like show up in limos and shit.
Yeah. I don't know. People made a good living doing television shows then, but I don't think it was like by the time the 90s came around, like that 70s show, they were getting paid six figures an episode, those kids and stuff. I think they'd said the Brady kids adjusted for inflation, they were probably making a couple $100,000 a year, maybe for the series, but they made a pretty good amount of money.
Yeah, they didn't do too bad because child actors usually get ripped off. They had to change because Uncle Fester, Jackie Coogan, his parents just spent all the money.
They called it the Coogan Law or the Coogan thing, didn't they?
Yep, after him.
And he was on the Brady Bunch as well. He was, I think he's in at least one episode. He was the one that ran into Carol's station wagon and was in court.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that episode, but yeah, he did a lot. He was on Perry Mason a couple times. He was like my second favorite character on Addams Family. Of course, Gomez. I wanted to be Gomez.
He was cool.
Yeah, he was like the coolest guy on TV back then in my eyes.
I wanted to be Lurch.
I can see that, Steve. Yep. There was a guy. I know we got to wind this up, but there was this guy, horror host that Vortex played, and he was like a guy from up north that had a show in the 70s, and he was a horror host, and the great Gabico, I don't remember what his name was, but he had this like black and white makeup on his face and this wild hair.
Oh, Sven Gould.
And was that him? But he was crazy looking guy, but had the most normal, funny voice that you could. It was just this normal. He's like, yeah, you need to get the camera closer here. He was just the way he talked and the way he looked did not match. He was so funny. He was a funny. I couldn't get enough of him. I was just in stitches. I wish I'd have just recorded that and had it because it was so funny watching this guy. He was just a pleasure to watch. Anyway,
Listen, fellas.
maybe Mephisto. Mephisto sounds right.
Mr. Mephisto.
But Mr. Mephisto or Mephisto. That's
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was so good. It was kind of, I don't know. He was a little Putt-like, but when Putt was younger. But I don't know. That's all I got. Well, thanks, Darn, for showing up. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll get your stuff worked out.
That's rather personal. Oh, you mean the radio? Okay.
You gonna do that? You gonna try again tomorrow?
I'll try.
Oh, I gotta go to the dentist. Ugh.
If not, then, well, I'll get on and do Andy for 3 hours. And listen, I'll just blame the burps on Barney.
There you go.
Yeah, I gotta go to the dentist and get my butthole checked or whatever they're gonna want to do to me tomorrow.
I think it's
They
the wrong
shouldn't be
end.
doing it at the dentist.
Isn't that kind of the wrong end? Isn't it?
They want dentist is like caring about his blood pressure. It's like, dude, that's the different thing. It's like, stop it.
Yeah, I could understand if they're gonna put you under for some procedure, but not for a teeth cleaning or. Come on.
Yeah, I go to the dentist all the time for a prostate exam,
Do you go to the dentist, Steve, ever?
Mm-hmm.
Do they give you a blood pressure check there?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be this one dentist. It's annoying the heck out of me. It makes me not want to go. Not like I really want to go to the dentist anyway.
Yeah.
And they mind if they're putting you under drugs, maybe.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. If they're gonna put you under for a procedure, I can understand, but not for a cleaning.
Yeah, when they put you under, that's when they check your prostate.
Yeah.
They work on your teeth on one end, then they got a nurse down the other.
That's
end.
actually a precious moment. It's actually out there. I think
is
it's
it?
number 18. It's me and you, Steve. And
Okay.
yeah, I said I was at the dentist and they made me spread my cheeks. And he said, dentist made you spread your. I said, no, the dentist, not dentist. That's disgusting.
What I love is that they give you the X-ray. They get this big like 1950s sci-fi ray gun next to you, and you got to bite this sharp plastic shit.
Oh, I hate that.
And
Putting
it's
that thing
perfectly
in.
safe, and then they run off and they hide.
Yeah, they're I hate this. I hate that. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Take care, fellers.
All right, I'm gone. Have a great.
I think it was a
long
good
and
show.
fun.
I think it was a funny one.
Oh yeah,
Have a good one.
and tune in
I'll talk
next
to you
week,
guys
folks.
later.
Bye.
Yeah. Oh, see you everybody.
See you guys.
Bye.